All right, you guys, it's your girl Mahoghany Roots here. Oh, hold on. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I've got to do this kind of ghetto. But I need for you guys to communicate with me. I need for you guys to communicate whether I sound bad, because what I'm going to have to do, I don't have two computers right now available. Sometimes I'm able to use my son's iPad. Hey, Sweet Melody. Hey, Master Viper. Yes, you got, this is it. This is the true story because I've had it. I've had it with people lying to me. Hey, Locast. So enough lies. But out of respect for the brother, I'm probably, after this, I am going to have to get rid of this video just because there are people who take things too far and might try and do something to the hostess channel, and I'm not cool with that. But I am going to clear my name, and I'm going to let you guys see what actually happened after I ended up on the panel. This is going to be long, and I hate doing long lives. I actually hate it. I'm not even supposed to be up here today. But there was a man over on Bronzebird channel today that decided to lie on me and decided to say that I jumped up there and attacked the man. First of all, I want to say shout out to Kareen. Thank you to the sister Kareen for the super chat. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge the first live stream today. You guys, there was a live stream before this live stream, but I ended the live stream and then I saw it afterwards. So thank you, Kareem. Thank you. And you are somebody that I will open the panel up to, okay? But bear with me. This is going to be a long live stream. I hate doing this because I have things to do. But enough is enough. Enough is enough. Am I perfect? No. Do I curse? Yes. Military 10 years. So absolutely yes. My father's Marine. Yes, we curse in this family. Yes, I do. Never said I didn't. Never pretended to be one of these women that's super feminine or super, sweet in the voice. That's not me. Never said it was. So maybe that's what's shocking. But what you're not going to do is go around YouTube, Jlock and other people. You're not going to go around YouTube saying that I'm combative with men, every panel and every show. You're not going to do it. So I did, man, there's like 1 million timestamps here. The video is 5 hours long. I'm sorry. Me and my boo got it. We got shit to do. I got to cook dinner. We got shit to do. I can't be up here no 5 hours. But I literally narrowed it down to 2 hours. So pull up, have your coffee. Forgive me if I'm not responding. I might actually be leaving while I let the video play. If there's any issues with the video, let me know so I can stop it, refresh it. Here we go. Well, I'm going to leave it up for a while. Just so people can see it. So people can actually, so I can stop listening to these lies. So people can actually see for themselves what happened. Okay, so here we go. And maybe I could make some explanation to what's going on. Because whenever I tried to explain what I was talking about, I was cut off by men. Oh, so get your pencils. Get your pencils. What I'm going to prove right now is that I did not come up there combative. What I'm going to prove right now is that I did not talk about anybody's mamas. And I did not call all the men on the panel a bitch-ass nigga. I repeat. I called Rael that, and Rael knows why. So I'll say that. What else was said? That I attacked the sister Toya. Never did. You guys will see in real time what happened with her. I will say, because this is an edited download, and I wish I had screenshots. Lord Jesus, I wish I had the screenshots. But she was in the chat making comments about me. And my issue with that is that the sister literally, I thought, was a supporter of mine and I was a supporter of hers. So my issue was, why are you down there making these comments, these nasty comments about me when you literally was just in my live stream that morning and the morning before? And all this is proof. All you guys got to do is look at my live streams in the past couple days. And then yesterday I went over there around 1 o'clock and I said I wasn't going to, but I did. I looked in the chat and there was still some old ignorant shit from my old girl. So I'm good. Like I said, I'm a sister. I might have a mouth on me, but I'm a spiritual person. And unlike these people, I'm not out here to hurt anybody. So I'm going to show you guys the facts, and you guys get whatever you may. This is a long one. I tried to narrow it down as much as I can. I'm going to have to skip through some of it, y'all, but I'm gonna try and play every part where I'm talking, every part that I'm responding. I'm at least do that. So hold on. First, y'all, I'm gonna find where I actually come in at, so you guys can see. I'm not cheating. I'm finding where I actually come in at. So hold on. I think it was 2 hours and 10 minutes. So let's find 2 hours and 10 minutes. This is where I hop up on the panel. Let's go. Let's go.
About this shit. And or elder women putting some checks on some shit. I don't even believe that actually exists. I don't. And especially if she's pretty, I think you're talking about, you may as well be, if a black woman is pretty, light-skinned, is straight hair, expecting her to be, quote, good, you may as well be expecting to see a damn unicorn or a dragon.
Well, you know what? Let me give it to Mahoghany since she's here and Raya wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? And you're the only sister right now. So go ahead, Mahoghany. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's good to see you. It's been a long. Well, I've been watching from the clouds, but I try not to come and cause a ruckus. I want to say peace to everybody on the panel and peace to you guys. I'm not looking in the chat, but hello to all you all in the chat. I came up because I came in on the last end of it, and when you were talking about marriage and sex, and I've tried to explain this so many times on my own show, just about the misconceptions about sex and men and women being on different pages about sex. So I wanted to speak just a little bit about that, and then I'll probably hop down. But it's just like giving you guys some food for thought from the opposite side. So you were saying, you know, when a woman gets cheated on, she should ask herself why. But the thing of it is, you have some people, a lot of people, as we know, they give their representative. And when they first meet somebody, and even after marriage, people have what I would call, some people have sexual deviancies, men and women. But a woman could have that type of situation going on unbeknownst to her. And so I even did a show because when I'll bring it back to Tia Mowry, everybody was talking about, well, why did she do this? Why did she do that? The fact is, we'll never know. She's not required to divulge to social media what actually happened in her marriage. I do know that there was an interview done that nobody talked about where both of them were talking about his infidelity. So that's probably has something to do with why she's fed up. My thing is, I'm not going to sit up here and tell any woman to put up with infidelity from a man just because that's her husband, because there's HIV and things out there that can kill you. And so that I did a show on that. Now I'm just saying, because you made a comment about, well, she need to ask herself what she did wrong. The fact of the matter is, people, we talk about accountability, but when you are responsible for your own actions, man or woman. So if a woman goes out there and cheat, I do not believe any man on the
planet hold on. Let me let you deal with what I actually said. Okay. I said if a woman said she was cheated on, the first thing I ask her is why.
Right.
I ain't even talking about.
So, Sweet Melanie Speaks, I promise I'll fix that. I can't see wrenches on my laptop, but I promise I'll fix it. And you guys don't have one, I'll fix it. I just want you guys to notice that I've probably barely been talking a full minute, maybe, a minute into me talking. There was the first interruption, but that's fine. I'm just, pay attention to this, you guys.
Her self-reflection. Now, did you bring up self-reflection? She should ask why. At the end of the day, and the whole point that they was making is, I've been saying that I understand a woman. I'll let a woman slide if she can really say she left because a man cheated on her. That was the whole reason they went through all that of what adultery actually is, because I've said that at the end of the day. But I do understand that if a woman does commit adultery, there's some nonsense going on, and more than likely she's a part of it. But the sexual deviant part, That is, women are too stupid. That's a women are too stupid argument. I don't go into women are stupid. I expect women to be intelligent people. So if someone's a sexual deviant and you're that intimate with them,
I was almost finished. I was literally halfway there. Can I please finish my statement? I just would like to finish what I was saying. That's all.
Okay, that's fine, but I had to correct you on what I actually said.
Well,
that's all. But go ahead.
That's what you said, that a woman should ask herself why, and I'm saying
no.
Why?
I said I asked her. That's the first thing I'm going to ask her is why.
Well, I want to just say this. I'm me personally, I'm the type of woman, I'm not going to ask myself why, because if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, the best way that I can listen, marriage is what, through sickness and health, right? For better or worse. But there are some
Jeff, do you part. Don't keep that out. Do not keep that out. Call out every bit of part of that marriage vow. Now pick and choose what you want to use.
I really am not going to be long. I'm not very long-winded, if I can just finish. And so my point is that, you said, ask yourself why, as if that gives the person a reason, or the woman, you're going to ask her why. And if I were your woman, I would not ask myself why, because my thing is, we took a vow before God, right? And you took vows to me, to stand by me, and I took vows to stand by you. So I'm not going to do that.
The marriage vows also used to include
we talk about
the marriage vows. You cited the marriage. Are you going to filibuster? Because you mentioned the marriage vow. The marriage vow. The traditional marriage vow.
Hey, hold on.
You cited the marriage vow. The traditional marriage vows also included that the wife would say love, honor, and quote obey.
I'm not going to yield to you because.
Okay, look. First of all, look, we're not gonna all get too excited just because.
So I need you guys to realize, two people interrupted me after that. It was Al Evans and Black Uru that interrupted me. So I did not just jump up there. See, even that Sister Toya, because she said that I was combative and I cut people off. I need for people to not have selective memory. I was cut off several times, and I tried to keep my cool, so help me Most High. I tried to keep my cool. It continues. Hold on. If we gonna tell the truth, let's tell the whole truth. What you're about to see is where Roger will explain to me, because I did not know this, that just because Black Uru is an elder, that he somehow gets a right to cut people off. Somehow he's allowed to do that. I did not understand that. And basically the men are allowed to do certain things because they're men. And privilege and all this bullshit. So he's about to explain this to me.
Mahoghany said, I'm not saying that's why we getting excited. But I am going to say
is she allowed to just filibuster and just say what she needs to say indefinitely? When do we cut this shit off?
Let me say what I'm trying to say. Look, over here, whether we like it or not, where the people on the panel right now, Hot Sauce and Black Root do have privilege. Hot Sauce has Ivy League privilege. Black Root has elder privilege. They can cut you off if they want to. And they can interject whatever they want to because of what the position that they have filled in life. They've earned the right to do so to the rest of us. They get to do it to me too. So if they can do it to the host, they can do it to anybody else. So Black Rule has a right here to say, hey, hold on, I'm going to interject something or ask you a question. He can't do that.
This is my only question. How do you mention, can I make a statement? Can I ask a question?
Sure.
How can we mention marital vows without citing the fact that the traditional marriage vows said that a woman and a wife is supposed to love, honor, and obey? Now, how many women, black, white, whatever fuck otherwise, actually honor that obey criteria? So when I hear women cite marriage vows, I'm aghast at that. because I don't see very many instances in which black women in particular honor the traditional marriage vows. I'm just highlighting that particular hypocrisy. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay, that's
Don't
very
cite the marriage vows without citing all the fucking marriage vows.
yes.
And like AL said, it also includes sickness and health, to death do you part. Do
Yes.
And
not cite the
obey,
marriage vows
no
without
damn
citing
word.
So
love,
I didn't
honor,
know
and
I was
obey,
supposed to read it
as
word
sickness
for
and
word.
health
So if
till
I was
death
supposed
do
to
you
read it
part.
word for
Don't
word,
cite
that's
those
fine.
marriage vows.
Okay, it also
If
says
you
that a
if you
man should
want to
love
be
his wife
modern,
as
you cannot cherry pick. You cannot cherry pick. Rogers already said
So
you
stop it.
cannot cherry pick from amongst the marriage vows what
That's
the
what
actual criteria
I
are.
wasn't.
If
You
you're gonna
wouldn't let
cite
me
the
finish.
marriage vows, let's cite the whole damn.
So Black Uru, when I gave an example of marriage vows, which us today we understand that people can actually change and rewrite their marriage vows. Okay, people have different marriage vows now. But when I gave an example of the traditional marriage vows, he told me I should have said the whole thing. So now you see at this point, because I'm getting frustrated and I'm not allowed to get my words out without interruption. I'm trying to, yes, I'm talking over him because I was never finished talking from the beginning. But people with selective memory, both men and women that are over there, they're going to paint this picture that I came over there combative and that I interrupted all the men. Crackhead logic. Okay, you've said that 10 times. It does say that.
No,
okay,
I haven't said it 10 times. I have not said it 10 times.
That's what we're saying, ma'am. Do not circumvent it.
And you presented the marriage vows.
Like
I didn't present the marriage vows. You presented the marriage vows.
It also says that the word says that a man should love his wife the way he loves himself, right?
No, yeah, there you go, circumventing again. Get back to your basis and acknowledge the beginning of it. Get back to your basis and acknowledge the beginning of it. Don't go keep for that, sweetheart.
Word, not just any old man. So if your man is cheating or doing something he's not supposed to do, you're not supposed to obey that. Now you can go blow smoke up some other woman behind, but you can't do it to me.
Mahoghany.
All right, so now you're just now after all that Kareen sister, thank you for the super chat. And like I said, because I know you actually met you through. First of all, let me repeat this for those of you who come in. This has nothing to do with Roger. I have respect for Roger. As a content creator and a business person. That's not what this is about. But what has been happening is people's running around making it seem like I'm some rude chakra that just goes from men just causing chaos in the sphere. I've never said I don't have a temper, but I came up there with the best of intentions. I came up there respecting all of those men. And I'm going to clear my name. I'm tired of this. I've been through this before with people running with the story, not knowing the backstory, not knowing anything. So I'm going to let you see with your own eyes what really happened. Not what because people are talking and saying, your behavior wasn't good. No, it wasn't, but neither was theirs. And I'm going to prove it. I'm going to show it to you. Kareen, you are the only one, but sweetie, I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a long live because I have to play it all. I got to play it all so people can see what really happened. Because if I don't play it all, they're going to say that I'm lying. So just bear with me, sweetie. Bear with me. But thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate you, and I'm glad we met, okay? And I'm not even mad. Like I said, I'm going to pray for that sister. I'm going to pray for our sister Toya. But I am going to get into her a little bit because you're not going to paint me as this horrible woman that just goes around being combative, as she says, when I literally have spoken rainbows and sunshine on you. You're not going to do that. So here we go.
I'm sorry, young lady, but actually, A man can take multiple wives. A man can have multiple women. That is not adultery. As long as he's not, as long as he's not
Don't
having.
get
Okay, so this man brings up polygamy. I never brought up polygamy. Okay, so pay attention. Pay attention, because they're going to say that I wasn't on point, that I wasn't on the subject. They're going to say that they was never talking about this stuff. This is what they about to tell y'all. They got crackhead logic over there, and they think that we crackheads. Pay attention.
there. It's the truth.
I'm not. Who you yelling at? Nobody mad. You sound mad.
I'm just.
Boo boo. This is my manly voice. Something you can't condone or understand.
Chill, just for 1 second. Chill. I'm sorry, but there's nowhere in. Let's even move away from the Bible. There is nowhere in anthropology where a man cannot have more than one. There's nowhere in anthropology where a man could only have one wife. That is unnatural.
First of all, I never said anything about. I didn't say anything about polygamy. We're not talking about polygamy.
No, but I'm just saying, as long as he's not having sex with another married man, he's not cheating on you.
Actually, there's laws even in polygamy. There's laws with the Old Testament. A man isn't just supposed to bring some random woman home and say that's your new sister wife. It does not work like that. The Bible says that that's not true. If you look at every circumstance in the Bible when a man did have, and I know that much, when a man did bring home another wife, a lot of times it was the wife that he consulted with. You're just not bringing home random women.
He brought that up. Mahoghany. He brought that up. He brought it up, Mahoghany. He brought it up, Mahoghany.
One second.
He brought it up.
There's just two things. Number one, if we're talking about having a second wife, yes, he would need your approval, but he is allowed to have concubines, right? He is allowed.
Okay, let me step in. Hey, I'm stepping in. I can't move away for 3 seconds. Okay. Look, Mahoghany. We already went over this. I just told you the whole point of them going through the Bible to explain what cheating is, because I said that I'm gonna let a woman off the hook if she cheated, and they just went through the Bible to show how the woman ain't getting cheated on unless, there is no cheating unless there is a man having sex with another man's wife, or the woman is cheating on her husband. That's basically what they said. So and I've already said, at the end of the day, if you a man and you're gonna have more than one woman, you just tell a woman, and that's it. She do what she want with the information. So you came up there. Hold on, Dante, because I'm trying to keep it civil. You are having an emotional argument trying to say what women can't do. Ain't nobody trying to trap women into nothing. If a man wants more than one woman, you either accept that or you go with the man who only wants one. That's your option. We're not gonna argue that.
I don't even know how that came up. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't bring that up at all.
That's why I'm clarifying it right now, so we don't have to waste 40 minutes arguing about this. Okay, so we're not saying women can't be with a guy who only wants one woman. She has the option to do so. Ain't nobody tripping about that.
Okay.
So
I think it was.
Okay, Kareen. I don't want to interrupt the show, but I would like, if you're still here, type in the chat. I will pause the show just so you can clarify what you mean. I was not throwing. I'm gonna get to her. I'm gonna play the part with me and her. I'm gonna play it all. Trust me, I'm a very honest person. I promise you, my sister, I will play it all. But what I was trying to get them to understand, because they thought I was just attacking her, no. And I never did. It's going to play. Everything that happens is going to play. But when someone says, you're combative, I've seen you be combative on several channels, and I say name the channels and you can't. And then I say put the channels in the back chat and you refuse to. And then you up there testifying against your sister, right? And by the way, you also tell me that you're not my sister, and I'm calling you my sister because I'm thinking you're a woman of the word. I'm thinking you're a woman of the Bible. But okay, so you're not. I'm glad to know. There were comments, like I said, that she was making throughout the live stream. I'm going to get to that. I really will. But if you want to come up, this is what I want you to do. I want you to type in the chat that you want to come up, because otherwise I'm going to let this play, because this shit is long. It's very long. Bear with me.
when you brought up if a woman got cheated on, you would ask her why. That's when she came in. I think that's what she came in thinking about.
I came in at the
I understand that. I understand that, but let me just say this real quick, and then I give to you, hot sauce. The reason I said the first thing a woman should do is ask herself why, because at the end of the day, if the man told you he only gonna be with you, and something happened when he broke that vow to you, it's just like a car driving down the street and the wheel came off. The very first thing you should do is ask yourself, why the wheel come off? If you're not gonna ask why the wheel came off, you might about to be, you know what I'm saying? You'll get into another car, wheel gonna come off again. You don't want to set yourself up for every car you get, the wheel keep coming off. You may not have too many cars if the wheels keep coming off.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
Right. My question was before I couldn't finish, but that was my point. Is if okay, you're saying ask yourself, and I'm saying why I don't believe people shouldn't internalize things, because people do really bad things and will try and push that off onto you. I don't have time for everybody that has done something bad to me. I don't have time to question what I did wrong. And sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's just that person. They don't take responsibility for their own actions. So I'm not myself.
Mahoghany, you interpreting something that ain't there. We're talking about a woman being in a committed relationship with a man, which means she knows this man intimately. How do you end up with a man? How do you end up with a man who won't be faithful to you and you alone, and you don't even know that?
Roger, people change, just like men change, or women change, men change. People change in a relationship, and so who you marry might change.
People change when they go through something that feels like a traumatic experience to them. Outside of that, people are who they are. They the same person they was when they was a child. The only thing that's different. Hold on, AL, because I'm gonna tell you this, because this is about humans. Period. Humans are the same human they was when they was a kid. They grow up and they get the ability to express the same stuff that they was expressing as a child. A selfish child is a selfish adult. They don't change unless they go through something traumatic. So a person who's a giver when they're a kid, they're a giver when they're an adult. They're not changing. Women keep saying this stuff about people changing because you don't want to take responsibility of the fact that you didn't even pay enough attention to the man to see what type of man you got.
So let me ask Mahoghany, and I have a 2-part question, right? I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to give me an answer, and then I'm going to follow up. So let's take the definition of today's cheating, okay? Let's take today's definition, right? Modern definition. If you get married to if you get married and you had a husband, I don't know if you do or don't, but let's say you got married, you took vows, for better or worse, richer or poorer, all of that in front of God and people. Now, if he cheats on you for whatever reason, do you stay or do you leave?
My honest answer is, I'm gonna be honest. My knee-jerk reaction would be to leave. However, I would never tell a woman just to leave just because of that. Because if she has children, if they have property together, I think that it depends on how long they were married. The things that they have together, what they've built. Depends on whether I would say leave or not. It depends on what's going on in the marriage.
Okay, fine. I accept your answer. But since you took vows for better or worse, doesn't that make you the horrible person?
You mean if I leave? No, I don't think so. And I'll tell you why, because I just talked about this. There was a young lady, and I'm gonna be really quick. But basically, she sat there. The church, gave her some bad advice, told her to pray the demons away and all this and that. And she sat there. Her husband was running around with prostitutes, and she sat there and caught HIV and left behind 4 children. That's a true story. So
but I'm asking in our situation, the situation I presented with you. No HIV, no whores. Just he cheated once, and we're talking about this situation. So you're saying you would break your vows?
No, I mean, if it's a one-time thing, but unfortunately, hot sauce is usually people like that. They tend to continue. But if it's a one-time thing, I probably would try and work things out. But we'd have to go through counseling or something. I'm reasonable, y'all. I'm not as difficult as you men think I am.
I want to believe you, but I don't think I can. Thank you.
The thing is, Mahoghany, we got off to a bad track today because you just weren't listening, or you didn't hear what was actually said, and you came in with a separate premise. It just happened to be wrong, and that's why I was trying to get it clarified so we can keep this as.
I just want to say, so all this time the conversation is civil. Pay attention. Look at how long I've been up there. I haven't cut nothing out. I haven't adding anything. This is literally from the time I came on to now. The conversation was civil. All right, pay attention.
Civil as possible, but at the end of the day, women have to take accountability for what type of man they deal with. If you pick a man to be your leader, you're supposed to know what type of leader you got. If you're not paying attention to what type of man you got, how can I blame that on the man? Because you signed up to follow this man, and that means whether he's gonna be. Hold on, let me say this now. That means if he's gonna have one woman or multiple women, because ain't nobody requiring you to sign up to follow any man. So if you pick a man that wants multiple women, that's on you. It is what it is. That's on you at the end of the day. I'm not telling women they gotta pick a man that wants multiple women. That's up to them. They pick what you like. But at the end of the day, once you pick the guy, he's your leader. If you ain't out of there in 6 months, you're basically saying, I will follow this man for the rest of my life. And if you're not doing that, then you're doing nothing else but misusing the man, because now you're just trying to benefit off his resources until you meet somebody better, at least in your own mind or your own perception.
He turned into a whoremongerer after they got married. She had no clue whatsoever before.
Can I give you guys an example, and then I'll be quiet. I swear to God, I just want, because I want you guys. I know you have a super chat here to read. I just want to say this, and y'all tell me whether or not this stuff happens. Just like a woman, for instance, and there was no. I did not mean to. I didn't know that Black Uru has seniority. Okay, I apologize if I disrespect you.
We're not hating on you for it. I cleared it up. We good.
I just want to say this. So do you want to read your super chat first, or did you?
I can. You want me to read it first?
Sure.
Okay. Well, shout out to Oliver the Great. Thank you very much, my brother. Definitely appreciate this, brother. He says, no longevity, no consistency. You were never built for an actual relationship, let alone marriage. And I do believe he's talking about the average sister in America today, well, the average Black woman in America today, because you definitely can apply that to the average Black woman in America today. Because I know me just saying what I just said to you partially blew your mind, if not all the way blew your mind. If you ain't gone in 6 months, you just misusing a man at that particular point if you're unwilling to follow him for the rest of his life. So, woman's automatically going to be in the wrong on that particular point. Shout out to Luminous. Appreciate you, my brother. Luminous says the Bible permits divorce in the case of infidelity. And I do know that, but that's why Hot Sauce went through the whole thing to clarify what the Bible is actually saying infidelity is. That was his whole point of doing that. So he clarified it that infidelity, according to what he's saying, is when a man has sex with a woman who's married to a different man other than himself.
It's an R. But go ahead.
Or what was the other? You did say something else. So what was the other thing?
You can't just bring home women talking about that's your wife. Like, that's not permissible.
You got to bring women back. Your wife has to be able to read that.
No random hoes, y'all. No random hoes. Your woman got to approve of the woman that you bring back home, according to what Hot Sauce is saying in the Bible.
So I just like to pose this situation right here. You guys say people don't change, because that's my biggest thing. Is I know for a fact I was married for a very long time, and I know that people can change. Men and women change, and different things happen that can affect the change. For instance, we'll use a woman. Let's say a woman was a size 2 when you met her, and through children, through depression, I had a car accident and gained 20 pounds, y'all. At that time, when my brother died, I went through a depression. I was not myself, hence why the Bible says the sickness is in hell. But same way that can happen to a woman, it can happen to a man. I'll give you an instance where a man might be going through something, and he might not be the man that this woman married. But it's really up to the two people involved whether or not they're going to work it out. For instance, a man, maybe he's going through tough times, so he decides to start gambling, and then it gets out of control. And next thing you know, anything can happen. Drug use, all these things affect people's personalities, and they affect who they really are. People can change.
Let me help you out with this. Let me help you out with this. Change didn't really occur unless somebody went through something that they felt was traumatic to them. A woman who got fat was lazy the whole time. She just had a higher metabolism, and when she got older, she put on weight. She never changed. She just got bigger because she always been lazy. There was no change that actually. Took place except her body responded to the food and drinks that she was taking differently. She the same person. She was lazy. Hear what I'm saying. She was lazy at 11. It didn't really show. She was lazy at 21. It didn't really show. At 31, it showed. Laziness was always there. You talking about people going through depression. That's somebody who's been through something that registered as something traumatic to them. And I said earlier, people only really change if they go through something that they consider traumatic. So based on
with the fact that people do change.
People don't really change because most people ain't going through nothing traumatic. Traumatic can happen, but most folks ain't going through something traumatic. That's why when traumatic stuff happens, it makes the news. Because it ain't happening to most people.
So my husband all of a sudden stops paying the bills and starts gambling and starts doing. Are you telling me that I have to? We're just not being realistic. We're just not being realistic. These things happen.
I'm telling you what. What is that drinking?
Gambling, not handling his responsibilities. Now,
you said right, not paying the bills. Mm-hmm.
That's an example because you said, well, I'm
example of what?
I'm giving you an example to where how people can change after a relationship that can make a relationship unbearable. I'm giving you an example.
So your example is a man would be paying bills already, but then he just stops paying bills?
He becomes a what do you call it, a gambler, or maybe even falls to, maybe he lost his job, he's in a depression, and he turns to drug use. Now he's stealing things out of home. I'm just telling you, things happen. And I judge people that decide, okay, I can't take anymore.
No. Those are fine examples, but at the end of the day, none of those examples constitute change. He still was the same person. At the end of the day, people respond to certain things differently, but they've been responding to those things even when they was a child in a negative way. People who respond very negatively usually respond to bad situations very negatively, even when they were a child. Look at people who.
I want to ask you.
Look at people who throw tantrums.
How is a woman to know when we first get married? Roger, me and you are married, okay? But somehow in this scenario, you fall off the boat, you lose your job, you get depressed, and you start doing all these things. How the hell am I supposed to know 10 years down the road that you're going to start doing all this stuff? I don't know.
Gaslighting questions. You're a nigga dancing.
It's a simple answer. It's a simple answer to that. If you pay attention to your man, if you've been together for any real period of time, something bad happened to him, and you can measure how he responded from the small thing and understand that when a greater thing comes, you will get basically the same response at a greater level.
Boom, there's your answer.
Nothing changed.
Rebuttal. Here we go.
But I gotta say something, man. I gotta say something, Roger. People can hide stuff inside. You know, you can't really always see what's through a person, man, inside a person. People can hide shit. Trust me. People can hide stuff.
I want to get silent. I want to get silent in here, and I want to get Rael in here. I'm gonna say just like I said yesterday. I was dating a young lady. We both didn't have no job at the time. She knew I was looking for a job. She had ways that she could have helped me get connected to a job. She didn't take that opportunity to help when she had a chance to. The woman who ain't gonna help me when I'm in my early 20s ain't gonna help me in my early 30s. She ain't gonna help me in my early 40s. She ain't gonna hurt me in my early 50s. It might have been small time then. As you get older, the things are still there. They just get bigger. Instead of talking about a job that didn't pay a whole lot of money, we might be talking about a car that needs to be paid for, or a mortgage that needs. I'm still gonna get the same type of response, but in a different situation. She is who she is, and because I pay attention to my women, they tell me who they are. I see it, and I make moves accordingly. That's the reason we not married. Because she was dumb enough to let me find out that she had a way to help me, and she just simply didn't offer. Why would I keep a woman around that refuses to offer to help me when she has a chance to do it?
Thank you. That goes back to vows. That goes back to these old marriage vows or whatever. You know what I'm saying? For better or worse. But ain't no whatever the vows say, they should be.
So I want you guys to notice, and shout out to that guy, the brother Dante. He had my back. And I remember Dante from Reg the Bad Guy. And you guys, this is going to be a long live, so if you guys don't know somebody, please drop your links. Sweet Melanie, I'm about to get my phone. I'm about to give you a ranch. Just give me time, y'all. I'm doing a million things. But I want you guys to pay attention that there have been several interruptions, even in between the men. So the men are interrupting each other. No one's going to say anything. No one's going to say anything about the men interrupting each other. Even when old girl came up there, even when, holy, righteous old girl came up there and said that I'm combative and I constantly interrupt the man, she didn't bring that up. Apparently, she doesn't see anything wrong with anything these men do. This is, like I said, this is not about dragging anybody. That's not what this is. This is just clearing my name. That's what this is. So hang in there. Silent Lamont is about to lay into my ass. I'm about to respond to, and this is a dude that's been in the manosphere forever. I do not know him personally, but he's about to lay in my ass in a side ass way. And I'm going to address it, and then they're going to say that I'm talking about stuff that they're not talking about. And y'all literally heard them talk about polygamy. Y'all literally hearing them talk about God knows what, but when I address it, all of a sudden I'm sidetracking the conversation. So, oh my God, I'm sorry. I was talking y'all the whole time. So sorry. What was I going to say? I wanted to say shout out to Dante. I met Dante at Reg the Bad Guy. What I was telling you guys is this is going to be quite a long live. So if you guys don't know one another, snatch each other up. If you got a ranch, Sweet Melanie, give me a second. I'm going to get my phone and I'm going to give you a ranch. I'm doing a lot of things at once. Let me just say this. What you're about to see now is Silent Lamont, whom I do not know. I just know him from the space, right? He's about to lay into my ass. And what you're about to see after that is me try to address some of the things that he brought up. And then they're going to tell me that I'm moving the conversation away from the topic. After they literally talked about everything besides the topic. They literally just got through talking about polygamy. But when I bring up polygamy, when I bring up the same things that they just brought up, I'm distracting the conversation away from the topic. So just watch.
They should put up with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Period.
But this is the thing, Dante. They knew all that before they got married. When you talk about people who are addicted, people have addicted personalities. If you paid attention to your man, if you cared enough to pay attention to your man, and that's what the situation is. Do you care enough to actually pay attention to your man? And if you did, fine, you won't end up in a bad situation. And if you don't actually pay attention to your man, if you literally gonna have the argument that I'm so stupid, I can't figure out I'm with a bad person, then so what? You deserve that. If you chose to be that stupid, you deserve it.
Let me get this off real quick.
Let me get silent in, and let me get. Then I'll let you quickly get in. Well, matter of fact, let me do this. Let's let Jado say something real quick, then give it to Silent, then give it to Rael. Because I'm only looking out for you, Silent, because I know your time be limited.
We're going through these extreme situations, you know what I'm saying? The motherfucker, just stop paying the bills. He's a gambler, drug addict, and all that. And most of the times when you talk to these women, they'll say we grew apart or he cheated. So why are we going through all these extreme circumstances? Like, come on, let's be for real about it.
They don't want to put their business out there. A lot of people protect their spouse even though they separate from their spouse.
You're fucking lying. That's the easiest answer. All these long ass answers. You're fucking lying. That's the easy answer. We don't need these 20-minute dissertations for something so simple. You're just fucking lying. I mean, again, that's where we can see it in the incongruency, just like this cheating conversation. I keep telling y'all, and
Who's
now
lying about what?
don't cut me off, please. So, you keep hearing about this cheating shit, right? But you keep seeing all over social media, women keep telling you they don't really give a fuck about cheaters. They keep telling you this. And then when you look at the actions, right? And you see how women discuss good men, they leave good men quick as fuck. There needs to be absolutely no reason for them to leave good men. But then when you hear them talk about cheating and abusers, once again, and you ask them, they have 1,001 excuses for why they stay with those men. They will leave good men quick as fuck for leaving a sock on the floor, and then have 2,000 excuses for why they can't leave a man that beat up on them. The reason is not complicated. It's because they don't actually care about the cheating and the beating. What they actually care about is the social optics of being the woman who gets cheated and beat on. She doesn't want to look like the woman that will accept that. That's why she has to convince you that it was an accident or she didn't know, because it's better than saying she's a degenerate that likes degenerate men. It's funny. I've never heard a woman say, I wanted to leave my marriage because I just wanted new dick. I've never fucking heard it.
Yeah, never say that.
So I've never heard it. So the truth is you're fucking lying. Secondly, all this talk about leaving, women are leaving, and it's not because of cheating. We have the numbers. We keep bringing up these bullshit talking points as if we don't have the facts and information in front of us. We know why you leave. You leave because it's financially beneficial for you, and you want new dick. You leave for the same reason you didn't want to get married in the first place until you were 35. Like Roger was saying, you were always that. The reason that you didn't want to get married when women are supposed to be married at 20, it is because you were always a whore. You just became 30, and then you made a mathematical equation that you don't want to pay your light bill by yourself. That's why you want a husband. Hence the high value talk and nigga making 6 figures. So if you put all of these conversations together, the answers are pretty goddamn easy.
Hello.
And thirdly,
about high value. Men talk about high value.
My third is, I'm sorry, but you deserve to be cheated on, okay? Whores are supposed to be cheated on. Whores should be lucky and grateful that men decided to marry them anyway, because what's really happened is society has beat men down to accept that marrying a whore is acceptable. Well, why does her past matter? And what's wrong with her body count? So they've been constantly wearing down men to accept shit they shouldn't accept. You cannot cheat on a woman who has not saved her sexual fidelity for you. How the fuck are you cheating on a woman who has fucked 50 men before you? You can't. We are sitting here talking about the Bible. Your ass is supposed to be a virgin, not 35 years old, fuck 20 dudes, sources, and his fidelity. At a certain point, black men have got to be willing to hurt these broads' feelings, bro. All this fucking capitulating and all these words, I like to keep that shit simple. No, you're a whore. Whores don't deserve loyalty. Period. You damn should be glad somebody married you.
Thank you.
And
salute to you, brother. Salute to you, brother.
He knows a whole lot about whores. He knows a whole lot. I don't know anything about whores.
Standing ovation.
He knows a whole lot about whores. Because I actually was a virgin when I married my husband. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Hold on.
Why would you wife a whore?
Mahoghany. Roger's saying, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna get a floor. I'm gonna read these super chats. I'm gonna get a floor to Rael, like I said I was gonna do, and then you can rebut whatever you want to rebut after that. So shout out.
Once again, there was interruption from everybody. But hold on, Mahoghany. Hold on, Mahoghany. Hold on, Mahoghany. Pay attention to what's going on. Jlock, I'ma body you, nigga. I'ma teach you liars. I'ma teach you lying ass niggas and niggas to stop lying on Mahoghany roots.
To go, Professor. Thank you very much for the super chat, my brother. He says money for the plate. Peace to the panel in the chat. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. And oh, hold on. I'm sorry. It was one. I went the wrong way to go to the super chat. But shout out to Emerald Edge 72 for the super chat. He says silent Lamont tax. Okay, appreciate that. And Silent did just drop some fire. We all heard it. But I am gonna take this opportunity. You may not have, you may not have, and that's okay because you didn't even understand that people don't really change, and that's okay. At some point in time, y'all gonna have to accept the truth because we ain't gonna offer you nothing outside of the truth. That's gonna happen at some point in time. People don't really change until they go through a traumatic experience, and everybody don't take traumatic. I done been in the hospital in a coma, almost died. I didn't really take it as a traumatic experience because I didn't change. I'm the same person. Okay. I believe the only reason I'm here, I had the right people praying for me. That's it. But did I change as a person? No. Am I changing now? Yes, I am. But why am I changing now? Not because I feel like somebody's forcing me to change. I'm changing because I just want to be better. That's it. It ain't got nothing to do with anybody else. It's just me. And that's my whole point of the stream. Women doing what they want to do. It ain't because somebody did something to y'all. Y'all say that because it's a good way to say I'm not responsible for my own choices. And that's all it comes down to at the end of the day. If you like degenerate men, just like Silent Amon said, you're going to express that by having sex with degenerate men. It's going to happen at the end of the day.
So
I can't blame I cannot blame any degenerate man for a woman that likes his dick. That ain't his fault. You know what I'm saying? He was born with a dick. There was other dicks she could have had. If she gravitates toward the degenerate dick, more power to her. In America, you free. You're welcome to it. And that's how I'm looking at that. Shout out to Gilgami as well. He said, "You heard what you heard. What you heard. Long live the habitual line steppers." Shout out to you, Gilgami.
Am I allowed to speak just first? I know.
Let Rael say what he wants to say, and then you got the floor. Okay.
Silent, he got to it before I could really get to it.
No, he didn't get to me because he don't know me. So he didn't get to me at all. He does not know me. I was a virgin.
He said
none of you up there know me, so he didn't get to me at all.
He's speaking out of turn.
He didn't say you. He didn't say you.
He
said
had something personal against me, but that's fine.
Well, he hasn't displayed that. So if you don't display it, let it go. Let it go.
That's why she got offended. It's that simple. She can say that.
I know her. Your mother is a whore. Don't you ever in your life call me no whore. I was a virgin when I married my husband. You know a lot about whores because you lay down with a lot of whores. Okay, so now we hear it. So I forgot that happened. So I'm going to rewind it. He called me a whore. And when he called me a whore, that's when I called his mother a whore. I did. Because you're not going to call me. You call me a whore, yeah, I'm going to go for you. So, okay, that part is true. But let's go and re-listen to him call me a whore. Let's go back to that. Hold on.
We all heard it. But I am going to take this opportunity. You may not have. You may not have, and that's okay because you didn't even understand that people don't really change. And that's okay. At some point in time, y'all going to have to accept the truth because when y'all say that because it's a good way to say I'm degenerate dick, more power to her. In America, you free. You're welcome to it. And that's how I'm looking at that. Shout out to Gilgami as well. He said, "You heard what." You heard what you heard. Long live the habitual line steppers. Shout out to you, Gilgami.
Am I allowed to speak just first? I know.
Let Rael say what he wants to say, and then you got the floor. Okay.
Silent, he got to it before I could really.
Right there. Because people say that because they were trying to say that I was taking everything personally and that they weren't talking to me. Right there, Rael said he got to her before I did. Right there, he said he got to her before I did. But I'm going to rewind it so we can hear Lamont call me a whore. I'm going to remind that because I don't need people telling no lies on Mahoghany Roots. That Mahoghany Roots just was up there wilding out on all these men for no reason, honey. We not going to do that. No. So hold on. I'm gonna go back to Silent Lamont's ass.
Has not saved her sexual fidelity for you. How the fuck are you cheating on a woman who has fucked 50 men before you? You can't. We are sitting here talking about the Bible. Your ass is supposed to be a virgin, not 35 years old, fuck 20.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. It was one. I went the wrong way to go to the.
You know a whole lot about whores. Because I actually was a virgin when I married my husband. So I don't know what the fuck
My third is, I'm sorry, but you deserve to be cheated on, okay? Whores are supposed to be cheated on. Whores should be lucky and grateful that men decided to marry them anyway. Because what's really happened is society has beat men down to accept that marrying a whore is acceptable. Well, why does her past matter? And what's wrong with her body count? So they've been constantly wearing down men to accept shit they shouldn't accept. You cannot cheat on a woman who has not saved her sexual fidelity for you. How the fuck are you cheating on a woman who has fucked 50 men before you? You can't. We are sitting here talking about the Bible. Your ass is supposed to be a virgin, not 35 years old, fuck 20 dudes talking about, or 30 or 50 or 100 dudes talking about you now want his resources and his fidelity. At a certain point, black men have got to be willing to hurt these broads' feelings, bro. All this fucking capitulating and all these words, I like to keep that shit simple. No, you're a whore. Whores don't deserve loyalty. Period. You damn should be glad somebody married you.
Thank you.
And
salute to you, brother. Salute to you, brother.
He knows a whole lot about whores. He knows a whole lot. I don't know anything about whores.
Standing ovation.
He knows a whole lot about whores. Because I actually was a virgin when I married my husband. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Hold on.
Why would you wife a whore?
Mahoghany. Roger's saying, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna get a floor. I'm gonna read these super chats. I'm gonna get a floor to Rael, like I said I was gonna do, and then you can rebut whatever you want to rebut after that. So shout out to Gold Professor. Thank you very much for the super chat, my brother. He says money for the play because we ain't gonna offer you nothing outside of the truth. That's gonna happen at some point in time. People don't really change until they go through a traumatic experience, and everybody don't take traumatic. I done been in the hospital in a coma, almost died. Take it as a traumatic experience. Because I didn't change. I'm the same person. Okay? I believe the only reason I'm here, I had the right people praying for me. That's I am. But why am I changing now? Not because I feel like somebody's dinner dick. More power to her. In America, you free. You're welcome to it.
Something personal against me, but that's fine.
Well, he hasn't displayed that. So if you don't display it, let it go. Let it go.
That's why she got
Get to me because he don't know me, so he didn't get to me at all. He does not know me. I was a virgin when I got there. None of these men up here know me, so he didn't get to me at all.
She's speaking out of turn.
Yeah, he didn't say you. He didn't say you.
He said has something personal against me, but that's fine.
Well, he hasn't displayed that. So if you don't display it, let it go.
She's a whore. Let it go. That's why she got offended. It's that simple.
She's a whore. That's why she got offended. She's a whore. That's why she got offended. She's a whore. That's why she got offended. You niggas not gonna body me? Cause I don't lie. That's what your stupid asses don't understand. I don't lie. I believe in that word, honey. She's a whore. But they gonna say that they wasn't talking about me. Nigga. The only, y'all the slow niggas are over there, okay? Ain't nothing slow about Mahoghany. You're never gonna get me because I don't lie. You're never gonna get me because I don't lie. Dr. Umar style, because I don't lie. Because I don't lie. Niggas, because I don't lie. I gotta say it 3 times because you niggas are slow.
Can say that
I know her. Your mother is a whore, bitch. Don't you ever in your life call me no whore. I was a virgin when I married my husband. You know a lot about whores because you lay down with a lot of whores. You are a whoremonger. You know a lot about whores because that's the type of women you lay down with. You do not know me. You know nothing about my past.
Look, y'all. This ain't necessary.
So, Jlock, you lying ass nigga. I did not jump up there and call all the men mothers whores. I addressed the person that called me a whore. You guys been listening for 30-something, 40-something minutes, and I kept my cool. I kept my cool. So yeah, when somebody jumps up on the panel and says, you know what, you're combative and you interrupt the men, but you don't see what these niggas is doing to me? Girl, you right, you not a sister. You sure enough right, you not a sister. But I'm here for it, honey. We gonna speak the truth today. Praise Jesus.
I said we gonna get it for the Rael. There's no reason to be arguing right now. The only person who really should be talking is Rael. So if we let Rael talk, we don't have all this going on. Okay, so let's keep the peace and let Rael talk. And shout out to Jonathan Fields for the super sticker. And Rael said Silent got to it. He didn't say he got to you. Okay, we gotta listen to people, y'all. We gotta listen to people. That's the best way to have a conversation, is to actually listen to the other person. The other person get to talk too. But Rael said
they are listening.
He got to
They
her.
are
He got
listening.
to her.
This is the gaslight. They are listening. They know exactly. This is the nigga thing.
No. Mahogany. Hey, Mahogany. He was figgling.
Let Rael
Okay,
have
man.
a flow. Let Rael have a flow, y'all. Golly. Rael, you got the flow, brother.
Peace, right.
Oh, you know what? Real quick, Rael. Shout out to Toya She says stupid games, stupid prizes, hashtag stupidity is a choice. Hey, shout out to you, Toya. I appreciate that. And yes, it is, y'all. It's a choice. If you call it something stupid, you chose it, whether you like it or not. But go ahead, Rael.
Peace, right. Peace of the panel. Peace of the chat. Yeah, when I said it, he got to the point that I wanted to make, or part of the point that I wanted to make, which was talking about the females who 40 and 50 bodies out here demanding basically a traditional man. Once you have crossed that line of sexual experience as a woman, in terms of the market, you become tainted. That's just what it is. So, and depending on how many bodies you add to that number, it gets worse and worse. So the significance of your father handing you over to another man for marriage is it's a signal to a man that he has kept a watchful eye on your sexual behavior, because men will not look at a man as a father as having integrity if he's willing to pass off his daughter that he knows is a hoe to you, knowing that she is not worthy of marriage. Because no man is signing up for a whore as a wife knowingly. And when I say man, I say man. And so when they come out here requiring all these things, if you take away the degrees and things like that, these women are basically operating like sex workers. They might not stand on the block, but their sexual behavior and past is indicative of that. You even have sex workers who have said that there are so many females out here who have given up sex so easily to men, it makes their job harder and harder for them to get paid. And so,
Oh, I'm sorry. I just want you guys to pay attention that Rael is speaking and I'm not being rude to him at first. I need you guys to pay attention that he is speaking. He's been saying little stuff, but I still have not been rude to Rael. Jlock. So I didn't just come up out the gate attacking Rael because I'm a beast. Yes, I did. I did call him names. I did. But we're going to get to all that. But I need you guys to pay attention to what's really going on.
So when birth control came on the scene, what a lot of people don't realize is that birth control made it easier for women to cheat and not get caught. Because before, if you opened up your legs, like the possibility of you having a baby, was going to be really high. So when women got the pill, it made it very hard to, because this biologist was talking about this, this female biologist was talking about how women being on the pill and having access to the pill psychologically has put men in a position psychologically to have less trust for women overall. because the pill allowed women to cheat. Now, this was a white woman biologist who said this, and so it's funny that women are constantly, especially in our group, are constantly talking about men cheating, when the reality is they're just projecting because they're doing the most cheating. It's a gaslighting to constantly keep you on the defensive as black men, to feel like you have to constantly keep defending yourself, when what Silent was saying was, you don't have to defend yourself to some whores out here. They're already whores. They're not even in a position to even speak on what you're doing anyway.
All right, now let me take care of this super sticker. Shout out to Troy Manning. Thank you very much for the super sticker, Troy Manning. I appreciate you very much, my brother. Appreciate you very much. And y'all, I'm gonna say.
Also, did y'all see the super chat made by the sister Toya? The stupid text or whatever. Pay attention to the super chats. Pay attention in particularly to her, because I'm addressing her and the things that's being super chatted. And when I get to her, I'm also going to tell you some of the things, because I wrote them down, some of the things she was saying in the chat. This is a sister that I was subscribed to. This was a sister that was subscribed to me. This is a sister that I emailed people about and said, yo, this girl is mad cool. Yo, this girl is mad supportive. You guys need to get her on your show. I have witnesses to this. But yet she gonna hop up there and talk about my conduct. She don't see no problem with the conduct that's taking place against me, but she gonna hop up there and talk about my conduct. So yeah, I gotta deal with you too, sis. I'm gonna deal with you, and then I'm gonna pray for you, and I'm gonna move on. And like I said, unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to take this live down, just so no bullshit ensues afterwards. Just tell people, when these niggas start running around here lying, talking about, yeah, she acted a fool, and yeah, she was over there talking about everybody's mama, and yeah, she was over there, her conduct, and yeah, she was over there interrupting them men, and yeah, she was over there calling all them men bitch ass niggas, and yeah, she a part of the sisterhood, and yeah, she attacked Latoya for no reason. Y'all, please stop it. Stop the nonsense.
It is. Don't lose track. The conversation really ain't about cheating. Cheating is a way a woman can show that she's bad. But the whole point of this is women are bad because they want to be. And I'm saying they're good because they want to be. They respond how they want to respond, regardless of. That's why I put these examples in the chat. Y'all, a woman gets a good man. What she say? I felt superior. I treated him like crap. That nigga obviously didn't take it, which is why she on that podcast. You know what I'm saying? That you don't have to make a huge leap to figure out why she on that podcast. She had her bad boys. Now she ended up with the good guy, and the good guy gone. And she trying to make sense of the world. It is what it is. You know, Mahoghany. Matter of fact, Black Wealth and Power in the super chat. I need to read before I even say this right here. Let me find that super chat real quick. Shout out to you, Black Wealth and Power, my brother. He says, do you see why Mr. Black Uru says we shouldn't have women in the space? I apologize for privately questioning that statement. I see the light now finally. I see the light now finally. Hey, and you know what? Black Uru does make a point about that, because most women who come to panels, they're not going to be truthful. And they're just going to be there to get attention a lot of time. But the thing is, a lot of guys won't check women on stuff. I don't mind them coming, because y'all see how Mahoghany presented things from her perspective as a female. And I was able to answer everything about her perspective as a female. She believes people change, and they really don't. And if Mahoghany go pay attention to it, she'll see that I'm totally correct. People really don't change. You find a selfish kid, usually going to find a selfish adult. You find a giving kid, usually gonna find a giving kid. I mean, you're gonna find a giving adult. You find someone who's pleasant as a child, you're usually gonna find a pleasant adult. People don't really change unless they go through something traumatic. And when they go through something traumatic, the beautiful part is a lot of times they change for the better.
Roger, hold on.
They don't usually change for the worse.
Roger, I'm gonna have to disagree with that.
Yeah, and Mahoghany, he was just generally
Oh,
speaking. He
I
wasn't
was
calling you. He wasn't calling your horn.
waiting my turn.
Hold
I
on.
was waiting my turn.
I just want to interject.
Hey, Mr. Music and everybody that just came in. This is something that happened over at the Brother of the Roger Report, but this is not about the Roger Report. This is about rumors being spread that I went over there and caused chaos. This is about rumors being spread that I attacked someone without being provoked. This is about rumors being spread that I am combative on all these men's panels. People said this. People hopped up on the panel and said this, but could not produce proof, would not produce proof, even when I asked them to show it in the back chat. So that's what this is about. And you see, they're trying to say that he didn't call me a whore when I clearly rewinded it and he did call me a whore. He said that's why she's offensive, because she's a whore. He said it. All I can say is replay this. It will be up for a little while. Child, ain't nothing wrong with my hair. Well, I'm getting old, but I can still hear pretty well. So here we go.
You got a lot of background.
People, when it comes when she said people don't change, it's really men live in a world where we have to be really consistent. So when we're competing and building, you can't have too much vacillation all over the place. Women, on the other hand, they're changing constantly. If they're with this particular group of females, they might act a certain way. If they're with these particular types of females, they'll act a certain way. That's why you can see your female, when she's with you, she might be cool. And then you see her get around another group of females, and you're like, who the fuck are you? Like, where did this shit come from? Because in the world of females, social status matters more than being consistent. So, because a lot of times females don't want to be on the outside looking in terms of social status, many times they'll fit their behavior pattern to the social order of that particular space, depending on what female is actually the lead dog. So in their world, there is a lot of change because they're not really fixed like that. That's why they have to get to men to get a leader, a captain of their ship, to make them grounded. So in to a certain degree, what she's saying is right. It's just that she's just really talking about the female persuasion. Men have to be consistent. You can't be in the world of men and be all over the place. Men are not going to allow you to do that. They're going to expect you to be consistent on a basic level, or they ain't going to fuck with you like that.
You know, I totally understand that perspective. I hope then I'm gonna let Mahoghany have the floor because that's what I said I was gonna do. Okay, I see where you're coming from that perspective. Now I also understand that these same little girls that was made to be with good people, every time they had a chance to, they was out there trying to be with them hood rats. They was out there trying to be with them hoes. They was out there trying to be with people they ain't got no business being with. When they became an adult, they just had the space to be able to do it for real. They couldn't do it when they was a little girl, because I was raised in the church too, y'all. They couldn't do what they wanted to do, but they already wanted it when they was shawties. And I didn't see them already wanting when they was kids. So I get the perspective that you're saying and why Mahoghany would see it as people changing. Yeah, and women do keep trying to put stuff that women do on men. But I'm just saying, the same little horrible people, I see the same horrible adults. I've been alive long enough. I'm in my mid-40s too, so I've been alive long enough to see horrible kids become horrible adults. I've been alive long enough to see good kids become good adults. So I'm just saying the core of a person is going to be pretty much be the same until they go through a traumatic experience. And the good thing about a traumatic experience, if you change, usually it's for the better. It's some that go worse, but usually it's for the better, in my opinion. I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to give you the flow, Mahoghany. You can say what you want. Okay. Shout out to Romello 747, the Gemini. He says, for the lady on the panel, and now fellas in this society, stop and comprehend the information and learn to pay attention. Hashtag pitfallsing. Pitfall sin. That was a hashtag pitfall sin. All right, go ahead, Mahoghany. Say what you want to say.
Okay, I want to address a few things, and I'll be real short and sweet with it. First of all, you know how I feel about you. I've already told you on more than one occasion that I just respect you and I appreciate you giving me time. And there's another brother, Kevin, that also has given me time, even though we completely are on the opposite fence of things. You are always respectful to me, and you always make sure that, you know, that everybody respects me when I'm over here, and I appreciate it. To Guru, Black Guru, to keep the lines of communication open. You never want your space to be a space where it's everybody's in agreement, because nobody can really learn from that. You want to have people that give you a little pushback. That's the only way to really grow, for anybody to grow. So I just want to say that you don't want your space to be a space for just men. I mean, maybe some people do, but I don't think that much comes from that. That's my personal opinion about that. Far as with Silent Lamont, what some people may not realize, I remember Silent Lamont from O'Shea Duke Jackson days. There's a lot of men in this space that I remember from way back in the day. And so you guys are thinking, oh, this is my first time coming up against these men, are dealing with these. I already know what it is. I already know when you see me what you're coming up here for. I already know that some people are just extremely angry for no reason. And it is what it is. So I'm not being caught unaware. I know where I'm at, and I know what I'm surrounded by. Thought process. Third, I just want to say this. I don't have to say it, but I'll just say it just to let folks know. A whore and mahogany roots could never be. My first husband was my first, period. I was with the same man since I was 19 years old. And I can count, there ain't too many women that make it my age that literally can count on one hand and still have fingers left over with how many men she's laid down with. So please don't come up here and think you could judge me. You can't. You don't know me, and I don't know you, and don't want to. The last thing I would like to say is about the marriage rate. We all know that the number one reason is financial. While he was up there having a spew, feeling like, feeling good, like he was beating down on a black woman, I was up there looking up facts, which is something we need to do. And the fact is that might be the number one reason. But if you look up, and it's a simple Google thing, if you look up on psych.com, reasons for the top 12 reasons for marriage divorce, there's several others, and I can read some of them off. Finances is just one. Another one is infidelity. Another one is just...
Before you go too far with that,
okay,
before you go too far with that.
Roger. I haven't spoken for a while.
Well,
See,
go ahead, Black.
Mahogany, with all due respect, Mahogany, darling, you threw out 4 different subjects. And they don't even necessarily even relate. I mean, you're talking. I have not spoken for nearly a half an hour. I know I have not spoken for a half an hour. I've not. Now you threw out 4 different subjects, and they don't even really relate to each other. So, and maybe because I'm old, so you guys are younger. We got an Ivy Leaguer on here, so maybe y'all can figure it out. I'm just some old 61-year-old black man.
No, you're spot on.
I don't even really know where the fuck to go. I don't know where the fuck to go with any of that. You start talking about your husband and about I don't know where to go with any of that.
So you didn't hear somebody get up here and talk about if your woman's not
I listened to everything you said the last 10 minutes, and they don't even relate to each other. So you want to be heard. You want to be heard, and you're talking about things that aren't even relevant at all to the subject. Your marital issues and your feelings with whatever somebody in some other channel that we don't know the fuck about has no relevance at all to what we're talking about here.
Silent Lamont was just saying.
Okay, fine, but he's not here now. So what are we talking about?
I'm addressing the things that he just said before he left the panel. Mahogany.
The point is, we're trying to stay on the subject. Are women good because of men? What you and that other person have, that's between you. That's not everybody on the panel. Right. You're bringing things from you and him to us. We don't know you, and we don't care.
No, I'm addressing things that literally...
And we don't know your history with Silent Lamont and whatever. That's not relevant. Your history with Silent Lamont,
No,
whatever it
don't
is,
do that. I am addressing the subjects that were
Roger.
just
No, you
moments.
didn't address that. You addressed the
They
fact
were
that you
just
don't like
brought
him.
up a few minutes ago. They
You
were just
addressed the
brought
fact
up.
that you don't like him.
Wars were brought up. Women not being on this channel were brought up. All that was brought up.
And you're making a fantastic case on why it shouldn't, because you're not focusing on the task at hand, ma'am. Please, let's focus.
Well, and here's the thing, and this is why I say for black men, that's why I'm pro. That's why SBM.
That's why SBM.
Because you don't really even have the ability to assert your particular position with most of these women. And they get to bring in all of the history, all this baggage.
All right, so right there, they're trying to say that I'm not talking about what Silent Lamont and Rael just literally got through talking about. These men were just up here. At first, they were talking about polygamy, which I did not bring up. Silent Lamont came up, jumped up out the gate talking about whores. And I played it back that he actually did say, see, she's a whore. That's why she's in her feelings. So I'm explaining the crackhead logic. I'm explaining to them, I don't know who he's calling a whore because I was a virgin when I got married. But what they're trying to do is lie and say that I'm just bringing up stuff that has nothing to do with what they just brought up. They just said that they didn't want women in the space, so I was bringing up, they just said the reasons for divorce was this, that, and the third. So I'm bringing up the facts. Something these niggas know nothing about. So I pulled up the facts on why people get divorced. And now they mad. And now they're mad. Pay attention. I still have yet to attack Rael. Yes, I do. I will eventually attack that ass after he gets on my last motherfucking nerve. Yes, I will. Pay attention, y'all. Please stop believing these lying ass Negroes.
All this, and you're confused by the deluge of talk that you're receiving.
Yeah.
And you cannot be a productive black man with everything against you, all the forces of you cannot be productive dealing with this particular mindset of female. You cannot compete. You sure as hell can compete against the Asians. You can't compete against white people. You cannot compete. Having to deal with all of that. You can't. You can't.
Yeah, Asians are the gold standard.
It's not a help to you.
Well,
it's not a help to you. It don't augment you. It don't fortify you. It don't buttress you and support you. It's a whole lot of what the fuck? What is it?
Well, this is gonna.
How is it helping you?
This is gonna kill your ears
But
to hear it.
if somebody likes you or not, what does that have to do with a debate?
As much hatred as some of y'all have for me, I still love y'all. I really came up here because I wanted to talk, and I appreciate.
Who has expressed hatred towards you? No, who has expressed hatred towards you?
Who?
Do y'all not listen to yourselves?
Who hates you? Who hates you?
All of y'all, you're literally just saying how horrible we are, and every other race is better, and it's y'all really need to listen to yourselves. But it's fine.
Mahogany.
I said.
Allow me to say this really quickly. Mahogany, no one here hates you. We all have been tolerating you, quite frankly. We don't. No one right now is saying anything.
So Black Guru just said every other race of woman is better. That's what I was saying. And I don't know if that's hot sauce or who, but he's saying that they've been tolerating me. Now, y'all, we are several minutes into this live stream, and I have yet, other than referring to that man that called me a whore, referring back to him, I have yet to just jump off the porch for no reason. You guys gotta stop believing niggas just because they say stuff. You got if you don't know the facts, you might want to be quiet. Jlock, weird ass nigga, you might want to be quiet.
About black women. We're not bashing black women. We're not bashing you. We're just simply saying that you're not focused on the task at hand. And saying that you're not being coherent at the moment doesn't mean we don't hate you. We're just giving you masculine correction. And see that's the thing that's going on right now. Black women, you're around successful black men. Everybody on this panel is a highly successful black man, and we're just giving you correction, saying that hey, you're not on task, and you're taking it as we're bashing you. When no one is saying we hate you, no one is talking about your personal life, and no one's talking about black women. We're just simply saying, can you please make it coherent so we can respond? That's it.
That's it.
The floor is yours.
That's it.
All right. Well, I'm done. I'm just gonna let. I'll listen for a little while, but eventually, Roger, I have to go. I'm just.
Mahogany. I don't know. Mahogany. Hold on. Mahogany. I don't know. Was he addressing that directly to you? I don't know. Was he was directly that towards you, calling women whores? He was I think he was generally speaking. I don't think he was directly.
He was, but I was just because I don't want no confusion, and I do care about my reputation. I just don't want no confusion. I'm sure he was. There was a little bit of slickness there, but that's fine. I mean, it's to be.
Well, I hope he did not call you that, because that shows the type of issues.
May I ask
the type of issues he has.
Yeah, he's not going to say it straight up.
Yes, Rael. Go ahead.
May I ask a question, Mahogany? You said something about your first husband. Are you currently married?
No, I divorced my first husband. Yes, I sure enough did. I sure did.
Did you have a second or?
Yes, but the first marriage we ended up in divorce, and I don't regret it. We are actually better.
Did you have a second husband? Yes.
But I know what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to put my business out of here. No,
I'm just saying.
So is she twice divorced?
That's what it sounds like.
No, I'm not twice divorced. Why are y'all up here
you're currently.
So Roger, now they're trying to make this about me.
Mahogany.
Ma'am, it's just we just
You're so defensive. You're trying to figure out.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Look. Let's be reasonable. Nobody hates you. If I hated you, you wouldn't be here. That's for sure.
I know you don't hate me. You're about the only one on here that likes me. I think
this is not a space about whether we like you as a person. We don't know you personally.
Some of them know me. Some of them
don't know you personally.
Look, my advice.
Hold on. This is not girl world where people your reputation is built on whether somebody likes you. That's not the man's world. Our world is built on what we can do and what value we bring. This is not about liking. This is not.
I understand, but there's some of you that love to attack me.
I'm not here to be like
ma'am.
You love to attack me. It's just what it is, and you know it's true,
okay.
Ryan.
This confirms my ambivalence. This confirms my ambivalence of females in the black man.
Hey, Roger, can I don't know, Roger. I was just asking a question and she just went haywire. But I just wanted to ask: you're currently married, right?
So y'all notice what they're doing. I just went haywire. I did not go haywire. What they're doing, y'all, and I've seen this done a lot in the space, they'll just say things as if that makes it true. We're literally watching me sit there, being respectful as I know how to be honest. I'm holding my temper in so much, you guys, that I don't even think you understand. And if you haven't noticed, I've tried to exit that panel several times because I knew what it was giving. I knew what it was about to give, honey, and I was about to give them some good old mahogany right on back. So I was actually trying to exit the panel before I lose my temper. Let me just say this. I'm going to make it official. I did state it on Master Viper and Danini's channel. Let me just make this official. I have been with the same man for years, going on 11 years. We have been engaged for years. We are actually planning stuff right now. Okay, so people often refer to us as husband and wife, and I just let that go because I'm not out here to put everything on YouTube. But I've actually said it. I've actually shown pictures on my channel. But the people who don't follow me, people who have it out for me and they want to chop my head off the moment they see me because I'm a black woman, no, I'm not going to go into explaining that. So yeah, nigga, you think I'm married? Then okay, I'm married. Fact is, I'm soon to be married. That's the facts. But my thing, what the hell does that have to do with the topic? But pay attention to what they're doing. They're just saying things as if that's the truth. I have yet to attack Rael yet. But yes, I'm about to get in his ass. Absolutely. And as far as Silent Lamont, I don't know Silent Lamont. I just know Silent Lamont throughout the spaces in the manosphere. So like I've said many times, I've been in this space for years, since O'Shea Duke Jackson days, since Rumble days, since before Rumble days. And I remember seeing him around. There's a lot of you I've seen around for years, right? Like OG Ghost, right? He's been around for years. Information Man has been around for years. RBR has been around for years. Right? We've all been around for years. But it doesn't mean I have something personal against him. But I notice that when people see Mahoghany, some of them, they jump out their skin. I don't know why.
Right? Am I correct? You're currently married?
Yes, you're correct.
Does your husband approve of you being on a panel of other men right now, talking like you're talking?
To be honest, he knows what I do. Sometimes we watch shows together, to be honest. But he's not, to be honest, if I'm 100% with you, he's not into social media. He doesn't even do Facebook. He's just not a social media. He's a real physical type man, and he works. I have a little bit more time.
So your husband is okay with you being in social media quarreling with other black men?
Does your woman mind you being on here with me, Black Guru? Do your women mind
listen to me, Mahoghany. Mahoghany. Let me make this statement, Rael. I'm a man. Hold on. Rael, I am a man. I'm not a woman. My place and my behavior and my character and how I exhibit that is not congruent with that of a wife or a female or a woman. So I don't accept this notion, this false equivalency of because I do a certain thing, my wife or some other woman should be inclined to do the same thing or should have any fucking say so over what I do, because I'm a man, you're a woman, we're not the same. So no, whatever my wife thinks or feels or whatever don't mean a goddamn thing in this environment.
Are you
okay,
probably, well, that's why you're single, probably.
No, look, hold on. Look, Mahoghany.
You gonna keep letting her
I'm trying to say something now, y'all. I'm trying to say something. Look, at the end of the day, Mahoghany, you know what I'm saying? Look, you always welcome. Because I do think this stuff is very productive. Okay, but I don't know why
you gonna keep following the same bullshit. I like
oh my God.
They're gonna antagonize the people.
No, Mahoghany, chill. Right. Hold on 1 second, brother. Look, Mahoghany. If you stop and listen for a second, you'll know. Mahoghany. I'm telling you what you're doing. And I'm telling you this out of love. At the end of the day, okay, because I was doing something and it rolled, and I just kept on listening while I was doing what I was doing. This is what you've displayed so far. Not that I'm saying that you meant to do it, but we got to recognize where problems actually are. Number one, you are too comfortable talking over me. Far too comfortable. Even elder men. You know what I'm saying? Now, I give Black Guru elder privilege because the dude is just my elder at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? God made that decision. I didn't make that decision. So I give it to him because I believe we should respect our elders. And I try.
All right, so everybody, y'all heard Rael. Drop her down, drop her down. Why are you listening to her? All this stuff, y'all heard him. Still continue to ignore that nigga. Continue to behave. And clutch my pearls, honey. I continue to behave. What y'all hear? Y'all hear Roger talking about Mahoghany, Mahoghany, Mahoghany. All these niggas talking and interrupting. But my name is the only name being checked. Y'all got to pay attention to this nonsense.
Try to display that. So when the elder comes up, Black or Rule, BGS, or any other brother that happens to be my elder, I stand down when the elder starts speaking. Okay? You didn't do that even after you were told. That was not a good look for you. Okay? And then from a general standpoint, when men interrupt a woman, women in general should stand down, period. Let the man say what he want to say, then rebut or finish saying what you were saying or answer whatever question. That's just the way it should always be. Because number one, that's protective of yourself. A woman should never, ever, ever be comfortable enough to talk through a man, because you don't know what man you're talking to, what happened to him that day. Maybe he gonna get triggered, whatever the case is. For your own safety, no woman should be doing that. That's just something any woman who's and woman, your womanhood starts at 18. So if you're 18, you're supposed to know better. You should be wary of talking through any man. But based on what you've displayed, that doesn't seem to be the case with you personally. I'm not saying it ain't the case. I'm just talking about what you displayed, because people gonna measure you based on what they know. Mm-hmm. Number three, you can't take everything personal. Silence said what he said. Y'all may have a personal history with each other, but nobody was able to pick up the fact that he meant something personal to you, even if.
I'm gonna stop cutting it up, but y'all need to listen. They trying to gaslight me. They trying to say that I'm being emotional. I'm being an emotional woman, right? I'm the problem. You guys, we are over an hour in, and I have let these niggas. I have sat on my hands, y'all. I've sat on my hands and let them do what they do. And now y'all about to see it. Hang in there. This is going to be a long live, but now y'all about to see the roaring lioness. That's Mahoghany. You about to see it come out. I took all I could take from them. But no, don't come up there talking about I just attacked them. Stop it.
If he did mean it personal to you, nobody could pick up on that. So you shouldn't address. You should have just let it go over everybody's head at that particular point. Women have to stop feeling so attacked all the time, because it's just a feeling at the end of the day. Your feelings, we are not responsible for. Is me. The same way I'm saying that the lady in that video I put in there, she felt superior because the guy was good. That ain't the good guy issue. That's her issue. She felt superior because he was good. She's stupid. That's all it is at the end of the day. Okay?
Can I just say, and I promise I'm leaving. To the elder. First
I'm
of all,
I'm not trying to get you to leave, Mahoghany, but
no,
you gotta accept when somebody question you about, and I'm saying it, somebody question you about your marriage. They only ask the question because you put it out there that you got married when you was 19.
Right.
And that's a good sign. That is a good sign. But you do live in a world where a bunch of other 19-year-olds didn't get married. Where the rest of them at?
I just want to say this. It's not because of y'all. It just was because of time restraint. I want to go back to the elder. I am very respectful of elders. But you know what? This is a good example because Marty, guess what? You one of them. Marty, guess what I'm going to do? Because I met you through the sister Sweet Melody Speaks and I respect her, I'm going to look at the comment, y'all. Seems like you're having a lot of problems with men on these panels. What's the common denominator here? Don't have me rewind the tapes again. Boo, child. That's why I'm doing this, y'all. If y'all want to know, this is why I'm doing this. Don't message me about why I'm doing this. But what's going to happen is they're going to keep on messing with me and I'm going to leave it up. So keep it up. They're going to keep on messing with me and I'm going to leave it up. They're going to keep on messing with me, and I'm going to holler at Baller X. They're going to keep on messing with me, and I'm going to holler at Pennywise. And I'm going to say, spread it. That's what you're going to do. That's what's going to happen when you keep on lying and messing with Mahoghany Roots. You just dropped some news to me, because I did not know that just because on my panel things everybody's equal to each. We have our turn one at a time. When people take too long, I ask that they keep it. Everybody's
Are you currently on your panel? Are you currently on your panel?
I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hold on. Are you current? I wasn't speaking. I have not spoken in at least 15 minutes.
Neither have I.
Now, are you on your panel?
I'm
yes
not,
or no?
That's my point.
Okay, you're not on your panel. Now, Roger repeatedly said.
Okay, so apparently I got some people that just came in. Let me explain this. This is a very long live. This video is over 5 hours long. Normally I would, but if I don't have time to have discussion about every little point. So what I'm trying to do, so we can stop some of the lies being spread throughout the space, and I'm not shooting at you. I might sound, people got to get used to me. Every time I raise my voice, it doesn't mean I'm angry. It really doesn't. It's weird. Everybody, when men in this space do it, right? Angry man does it, other men do it. It's just accepted that that's their personality. This is my personality. I do public speeches. This is my personality. I'm not shooting shots at you. I'm going to leave it up long enough for you guys to get clips and do whatever you need to. Well, I don't want you to get clips, but I'm going to leave it up for you guys long enough to see what you need to see. The people who've been in here from the beginning, I have not cut anything out. I played it from the time that I hopped on the panel. I have not cut anything out. If anything, I've stopped and I've rewinded so we could hear things clearly. Because it was being said that things that were said weren't said, and that I was being emotional. So I'm sorry, you're just going to have to sit tight and listen. Prayerfully we'll be done in about an hour.
That Ivy Leaguers and elders have privilege. He repeatedly said that. He repeatedly said that. Did he not? Yes or no? Did Roger, yes or no, say that Ivy Leaguers, which includes Hot Sauce and myself. So what are we debating about? This is Roger's channel. You're talking. Why in the fuck are you talking? Why? Shut the fuck up!
No, nigga, you shut the fuck up.
Now, yes or no questions. Roger said that. Roger, mute her. Roger, mute her. Mute her. Mute her. Mute her.
Mahoghany.
Now, Roger said that Ivy Leaguers and elders have privilege.
All right, so pay attention. New people that just came in, pay attention to what's going on. You really need to watch it from the beginning. Like I said, I might leave it up an hour or so after this live. You really need to watch it from the beginning. I have been good this entire time. We about almost 2 hours in this video. I ain't attacked nobody. I didn't disrespect nobody. I responded to people who said things to me. Jlock. I hope you listening, Jlock, Liar. I hope you listening. And to that lady, I'm going to get to you too. I'm going to show you for who you are. In a respectful way. And then I'm going to be done with it. I'm going to pray for you niggas. I'm going to pray for your souls. Because God knows you need it. Lies roll out your motherfucking tongue like water. Something's wrong with you niggas. Y'all notice, I told him shut the F up after he told me shut the F up. And even after this, y'all gonna see me attempt to apologize to him again. Hold on.
This is Roger's channel. Why are we talking? Why is she talking?
Mahogany. Let me just say this.
Y'all trying to cause as much sense as y'all want to.
Man,
Mahogany.
I'm just trying to think.
Hey, what do we do? Look, save yourselves, black men. Save yourselves. There's no cure for this. There's no solution for this. There's no cure for this. This is a sickness.
Mahogany, let me give you some friendly advice, okay? Let me give you some friendly advice.
I am not one of these broads. Let me tell you who I am.
There is no cure for this. There's no solution for this. There's nothing you can do about this.
Everybody slow down. Everybody slow down. Hot sauce, say what you're gonna say real quick, and then let me say something to Mahogany that I believe would be helpful. And I'm gonna tell y'all the love. Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
Just a little bit of friendly advice, right? You're a guest here. And number one, right? We all respect elders. Even I have Ivy League privilege. I still don't say anything when Black Guru talks because he is the elder, right? If I'm talking, I'll finish what I have to say, and then I'll let him go because he is the elder. So just some friendly advice.
And that criteria is supreme. Let me say this. When BGS is, let me finish. BGS is older than me.
You just let me finish this. So in this situation, just show a little bit of class and just say sorry to him. Elder, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Just show a little bit of class.
She doesn't have to. I don't need her apology. I don't require her apology.
Right?
I appreciate you.
He wouldn't let me do it. He wouldn't even let me do it.
I don't need your apology. You know what? If you were respectful, you're talking. I'm talking. You want to apologize. You're talking while I'm talking. You claim you actually respect that I'm an elder, but you're talking while I'm talking. Now, if you notice something on this channel, when BGS appears, I give deference to him. Why? He's older than I am. So the whole elder privilege thing is supreme here. It don't end with me. It's a real thing. But see, men understand that kind of thing. Men understand what, elder privilege, Ivy League privilege or whatever. Men understand and respect that. The women, they just run their fucking mouths. They don't care. There's no respect, no regard. How do you build anything in this environment with them? How? I'm really, I mean, I don't, you guys want to talk to these people. I don't, how does it work? How does it work?
Okay. Hot sauce. Go ahead and say what you were saying, and I heard that right. I heard
like
that.
I just said this is the time where you would show some. This is the time where I would personally show a little bit of class and just say, you know what, elder, I apologize, and then go on about my way. That's what I would do.
Hello.
I like you, Mahoghany. You ain't got nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with. I like you too, Mahoghany. I like you. We all love you on this channel, girl.
Of course you do.
When Michael Jordan was going against Allen Iverson, and they were going at it, and Iverson, and I understand why he did it. You're competing, and you want to show that you're not afraid or whatever. And Iverson said, "Well, I don't respect you." And Michael Jordan said, "Well, if you don't respect me, who can you respect? If you can't respect your elders, if you can't respect the proprietor of the channel, if you can't, whatever, who are you gonna respect?" If you can't respect the guy who went to Harvard, and who y'all gonna respect? It all comes back to, like y'all say, who gonna check me, boo? Right? Who gonna check y'all? You talking about wanting a man, but you're gonna divorce this guy, and then you're gonna divorce this other guy. Who gonna check y'all? Who y'all gonna respect? How are we talking about a society and community and black people love it? Y'all don't even respect the men. You can't respect the men. The men got to talk over you, through you, fight with you, all that kind of bullshit. And then you claim to love them, and you claim to want to build something with them. How? How?
Okay. I would like to say, well, first of all, shout out to Toya. I appreciate the super chat sister. She says, just wanted to commend the panelists on their patience. Hashtag the best.
Okay, so you guys, Marty, anybody who feels like I attacked them, I apologize. I'm not attacking you guys. I just need for you guys to really understand, and I am very passionate. That's just me. Don't take it no type of way, okay? I'm literally the female version of the angry man, okay? Except I'm a lot more fair. So right now, what's about to happen is he's about to read Toria's super chat, and I can, but I don't want this to drag on. She made several comments, and I am going to get to it, but she made several comments throughout this live that I'm ignoring. One of her first super chats was "Stupidity is a choice." She made that talking about me, and this is the second one, asking the men, thanking them for being patient, right? Because God knows they've been dealing with so much dealing with Mahoghany. Lord, no, these men deserve the Nobel Peace Prize, honey, because they've been dealing with Mahoghany. Now, I just want to say this. I'm not making excuses for me losing my cool, but I'm telling you, to say that I just jumped up there and lost my cool, that's not the honest truth. I literally have been up there almost 2 hours before anything popped off. Even Rael. I let him say his comments, didn't say shit, sat on my hands, held my tongue. I don't know what else I could have really did. But I'm going to let you guys listen. I really want to get to the Toya part, so we're not here all day. Prayfully I'll get there soon, and we can all go home. And Marty, if you want to say something to me, you can. And the sister Corrine, if you want to say something, because she super chatted me, and because I know her from over there, and she has been a supporter, I want to give her a chance to say something. Okay, so let's listen. Oh yeah, so you basically where we are, you about to see me start saying things about the women in the chat. And like I said, the reason I'm saying things about Brenda W and Toya is because they've been typing the little fingers away. And Toya in particularly, I was a supporter of, and I thought she was a supporter of mine. So that's why I was shocked. And I'm not going to lie, my feelings was hurt. Because I'm like, why didn't you just, if you felt this way, that I'm not your sister, and you felt all these things, right, that we're not aligned, why didn't you tell me that a long time ago? You know, before I spread emails to people to connect with you, why didn't you tell me? I wouldn't have wasted my time.
Best show on social media. Thank you very much, Sister Brad. Thank you very much. Mahoghany, I don't know how you feel around the guys, but I'm going to tell you this as a man, feelings are choices too. If I'm in front of a dog and it's loose, I can feel afraid if I want to, or I can feel I can overcome the situation. But it's my choice on what feeling I'm going to take. So even if you think something big and bad is out there, you can feel about it any way you want to. Now, one of the reasons I just let happen what I just let happen maybe 5-6 minutes ago, which I do recommend that you go back and listen to it. Once I said that whole thing about privilege and you started to become apologetic, right after that, when Blackwood was talking, you cut him off again. So you acknowledge what was said to you, and then you did the same thing again at a very short period of time after I.
Okay, so new people, up until this point, they literally been cutting each other off the whole time, and they cut me off about 1 million times. So, yes, he's saying this, but he's not acknowledging the fact that they literally been cutting me off the whole live stream. You have to watch the live stream from the beginning. Here we go.
I just brought it up to you. And I'm not doing this to like embarrass you or anything like that. I'm saying this is because this is something black women do often. Okay, this is a like very common behavior amongst y'all as a group. We'll tell y'all what the rules are. Y'all say, okay, get it. I got the rules. And then as soon as we tell y'all what the rules are, you just go right back to disregarding what the rules are. Now, I understand disregarding a rule that you don't know about. That's why I said when you did something earlier, I was like, yeah, you didn't know it. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna, you know, I'm not going to act like you did something wrong when you didn't even have the knowledge. But when a person breaks it down to you and then you immediately go there, that's not a good look. And I'm saying that because I don't want you to do something like that again. I'm not just saying on my channel. I'm just saying from a general concept. The reason the men act the way they act when a lot of y'all come to panels is because of the stuff that they see that y'all are not paying attention to. And that's what I'm talking. Even when people was talking about earlier, when you was talking about a man who would cheat on you earlier, what did I say? A woman needs to pay attention to her man. She needs to know what type of man she had. If y'all don't pay attention to men, I can't have any sympathy or empathy when you tell me a man did something wrong to you. Because my thing is, you was with him the whole time. You don't pay attention to him. You don't care enough about him to think about how what his actual concerns are. Why should I care how he treats you when you literally been treating him like trash? Because how can you be with a person that you don't even know who they are, yet somehow treat them something better than trash? I know the women I've been with. I know who they are. I know their character, which is why I made the decision I made when I dropped them. It wasn't because they didn't look good. It wasn't because they didn't have good pussy or something like that. It's because of their character at the end of the day. I can't marry this woman. That's been the problem I've had with every single woman I've been with. She wasn't good enough to marry. I ain't never been married. I don't have that. It is what it is. It ain't my fault that no woman I address is good enough to marry. I get some women I'm gonna come across, they already married, they already off the market. There'll be a woman who look at me and say, hey, you're not tall enough, you're not strong enough, you're not, don't make enough money. Y'all have whatever type of standards y'all want to have. I don't care nothing about all that. But at the end of the day, with as many people that I talk to, I should have met at least one woman who was of a quality that I could marry her without having been a huge concern. Okay, I shouldn't have to have a huge concern. But my thing is, even when y'all are around good men that love y'all to death, a lot of y'all still act the same way. And which was my point to Black Uru from yesterday. It ain't the men that's making y'all be horrible people. Some of y'all do choose to be good. And I do recognize the ones that choose to be good.
Okay, so this is long. I'm going to try and get to the very... I gotta speed through some of this, y'all. I will be here all day. But I'm not speeding through any part where I'm speaking. So just keep that in mind. I'm not. And so far, I haven't speed through anything. So far, I've played it all from the beginning. But Roger literally talks for the next 10 minutes. And I just want to get to the next part where I actually speak. So basically, it's a bunch of, people call it gaslighting, but basically he's going on about how we don't know how to act, how we don't know how to do this and that. And I literally been sitting there, y'all been watching, I literally been sitting there quiet as a damn church mouse. Almost for 2 hours. I responded to one person that responded to me. And then two. One person that mentioned whores, right? And I responded to that person. The other person that told me to shut up, so I told them to shut up. Okay? So I'm literally just responding to people who are doing shit to me first. That's it. That's all I'm doing. But somehow, because I'm a woman, I think that's why I've been doing these videos. If you haven't seen it, the past couple videos, I've been going off about submission. Submission to strange men. I don't know these men. I'm not here to submit to strange men.
But I do estimate there's no way you can get over 20% of black people.
Our disagreement is, look, I don't think we disagree about the quality of the women. I think, though, that the quality of the women is a function of the extent to which you got a pimp him. I believe that. I don't think you separate good women from the possibility of somebody getting their ass corrected. And that's
You know
just
what, Black?
what I've seen over the course of my life. I'm not saying
You know
a
what, Black?
woman can't be a good woman. I'm saying in the formula, in the calculus of making and maintaining good women, it includes somewhere in the sub recesses, the subconscious, that if I get too far out of line, somebody might lay the drama down on me. And it may not be exclusively a man. In fact, when I was coming up, it was typically other women.
Right.
See, and here's why other women would do it. Other women would do it because they know once it got back to Papa, all bets were off at that point.
You know what? I'm going to let it play. I'm not even going to fast forward. I'm going to let it play because now he's about to get into the foolishness where he's about to say several times about correction and how women need to be correction. So right now he's talking about, Big Mama correcting us and how, men might need to correct us physically. So I'm going to let his big mouth, ridiculous ass talk. Just be patient, y'all.
So other women were regulating shit to prevent the shit hit the fan scenario once it got back to some man. That's how shit really worked.
Okay, so let me pose a question to her. Let me read these super chats and I'm gonna pose a question to her. Shout out to Gilgami. He says, Roger, if you have to end the stream before fully addressing the subject, we must know that she wasted time on purpose. Ignoring her may be useful. Thank you, Gilgami. Appreciate that, brother. Shout out to Joe's. Joe says, if she speaks like this to the panel, imagine how she speaks to her husband. And now he's saying something that I'm trying to get you as a woman to understand. Men are looking at these things and we're making judgments based on the stuff that we see. I'm not saying you were trying to do anything purposely, Mahoghany, but I'm just saying at some point y'all got to look at how y'all even look even when y'all join panels with men. You got to, and I actually do recommend go back and look at this stream at least from the part where you came up until you go off.
Y'all here, somebody in the chat. If y'all think that since I came up, literally, we've been watching 2 hours, and you saw me address the two people that addressed me. If y'all think that, because I want to know if I'm crazy. I want to know if maybe I'm in some alter universe. If I was just out of pocket from the very beginning, type of one. I want to see the ones. I want to see them. I want to see them float, honey. If I was out of pocket, honey. If I was wrong to address those men, if I was just supposed to sit there, right? While one referred to me as a whore and the other one tells me to shut the fuck up. And for a while, I actually was quiet while he told me shut the fuck up. And the other one, sitting back there talking crazy. If I was just supposed to sit there and not address them, y'all type zeros. Type zeros if I was supposed to sit there and not address them. Let me see what you guys are, because I want to know if I'm crazy. This space will make you think that you're crazy. These niggas are crazy. And they'll make you think that you're crazy. I can't make this up. And I'm starting to get frustrated. I really want to fast forward, but the problem is if I fast forward, people are going to holler that I didn't play the whole thing. They're going to holler that I didn't do that. And I really got shit to do, but I'm doing this for y'all. And to clear my name, so I'm gonna just let it rock. But yeah, so now I'm starting to get upset because now we almost 2 hours in, and I've behaved as good as I can get, as good as I can. But pay attention to the gaslighting my brother Roger is doing. He's constantly, because he's trying to brainwash. He's constantly saying, "Oh, look at your behavior. Look at how you came up there. You might want to rewatch this because you behaved so badly." Whenever there's interruption, Mahoghany. Meanwhile, they done interrupted me 50,000 times. Do y'all see this? Are y'all not? I know y'all are seeing this because y'all are a lot smarter than they are.
So you will see what I'm telling you. Okay. And thank you for your super chat. You said for your troubles, Rogers. Peace to the panel. Hey, I appreciate that, sister. I do appreciate that. But trust me, just go back and look how argumentative you've been with the guys on the panel. Okay.
Look,
And maybe
one of the reasons why I don't like to talk to women too much in this environment, because there are certain things that I'm not accustomed to women behaving a certain type of way in my presence. And like I said, because I am a little bit older, you know, certain type of shit that women, how they young women carry on now, I protect myself from being in that environment because I don't want to end up in somebody's jail.
For real.
Yeah,
I want to play devil's advocate right quick. Hold on, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Hey, do you think it's appropriate? Do you think it's appropriate to talk over people and talk over people and talk through people while you're the host? Even though I know you can be the host, but do you think it's appropriate to talk through people and over people because you're the host? Do you think respect should be both ways? Go both ways.
Sometimes I absolutely need to. Sometimes I absolutely need to, because I am the host, and anything that happens on this channel, they're gonna hold me responsible for it. They ain't gonna hold nobody else responsible. They're gonna hold me responsible. So yeah, sometimes I absolutely have to.
I just like to say something. Like I said.
Hold on. Before she even go, Raj, I want to address something, because this has an origin that needs to be fleshed out fully, so we don't have to revisit this shit no more. First of all, there was a panel that you had maybe about a year and a half ago, maybe two, in which me, you, Uru, BGS, some other brothers was on the panel, and she came on the panel. And she immediately went in. Her statement was, "Why y'all always talking about black women all the goddamn time?"
Let's make it rain, niggas. Let's make it rain. The person, listen up and listen in close. The person that can produce, which I know you can't, but the person, first of all, the video I don't believe even exists anymore because the channel's down. But I would dare the person that could find any panel that I hopped up there and was rude immediately and nobody provoked me, and I just went wild on niggas. I just went beast mode on niggas for no reason. For no reason now. From the get. Because I've said the things that I've done. I'm not ashamed. That's the thing. I'm not ashamed of anything. I have my reasons. But these niggas is trying to paint a complete lie as a fact. And then you got some broad that jumps up there and wants to testify. Well, honey, you got to bring the proof to testify, or at least put it in the back chat. Testify. How you gonna testify? You in court, honey. You need to bring that proof. So it's about to get hot.
And it went downhill from there. And so on that particular panel, I checked her for that. It had nothing to do with her. It had nothing to do with
her. Check yourself when you're lying. I never go immediately. Anybody that's following me, I never immediately go.
Mahoghany. Let them say it. Rebut afterward. Let them say it. You got to learn to be the example.
From that particular point on, I checked it because it was disrespectful, first of all, to come on a panel full of grown men trying to tell grown men how to talk in a circle of men. I don't even do that on female channels. I don't even go to female channels because even though a lot of these females say a lot of dumb shit.
Hold on, mama.
Hold on, bro. I'm not finished. Even though you got females out here that's literally calling for the aborting of black male babies, they have a right to say it. They live in America. They got free speech. I just don't care to be around that type of mindset. Now, you can't come into a space full of men you don't know. Because for some reason, y'all got this mentality that y'all are mamas and shit. I didn't take disrespect from my own goddamn mama. I'm 44 years old. I'm not gonna let no goddamn female on goddamn internet check me like she my goddamn mama. That's the reason why you got the response you did on that particular panel. You proceeded when I was on another panel, you came on the panel specifically to start a fight with me on somebody else's channel. And so you keep coming with that type of energy because you want somebody to like you. I don't know you.
Nigga, please, you're lying. Roger, my actual man, the one I'm actually supposed to submit to,
we don't have to like you. We don't know you.
Nigga, I don't like you, the bitch. I didn't like you when you came on my channel trying to disrespect my motherfucking black ass, and I don't like you. You're a liar. You are a liar. You lie. He's lying.
Look,
everything that's coming out of his mouth.
I'm not lying.
I've never been combative with a man.
Mahogany.
You're lying.
Raya, hold on. Raya, hold on one moment, Raya.
Please, you hoes can't check me. You ain't really check yourself.
Mahogany. Look, do me a favor, and I really do want you to go look at this stream today that you've been on here, because I'm not against you, but I do want you to take this opportunity to learn to be the example. I understand a lot of women want black men to respect them in certain ways and things like that. Y'all want us to treat y'all a certain way, and I'm all fine with that at the end of the day, as long as it makes sense. But the thing is, the man is giving his perspective of a situation. You can't tell him he's wrong about his own perspective. That's number one. You got to let that man have his own perspective. You're not going to even let him have his own perspective about the situation. That comes from somewhere. And that's what I'm trying to get you to see. You don't have to agree with his perspective, but you got to let him have it.
Roger, have I ever come up here and just started attacking people for no reason?
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't. I did not come up there. As a matter of fact, me and Roger were up there by ourselves, and then he let you guys up. And then you
Roger and you did. Hold on. You and Roger did a panel after that.
You haven't liked me since I was on Teapot Show. Because you wanted to tell me what to say. I know you're used to controlling random women online, but you can't control me. You're not my man. I have a man. Control the woman you're with. Oh, my bad. You have no woman. You have no woman. Cyber women are your women.
Mahogany. This is the thing. This is the thing. He's saying his perspective that you don't agree with, obviously, and that's fine. But the thing is, to just calm down a little bit. Don't take everything so personal. Let him say what he's talking about. Then you respond to what he's talking. Even if you disagree, I don't have a problem with you disagreeing.
Roger,
but the thing is, there's a
Roger. Do you
but before, I remember it, Raya. But before you get into that, this is the thing. This is the thing, Mahogany. You are a woman. When men talk, for your own safety, you should have a habit of letting them say what they want to say. Then you rebut it if it needs to be rebutted, or answer to it, or whatever the case is. That's something women should be taught to do in general. Because what if we were all people sitting in a coffee shop or something like that? Well, matter of fact, what if we was all in a private location? What if we was all at a
This is not about resolving the issue. I made it. I recounted the story because I wanted to give it context so everybody could understand where this is coming from.
Your point of view.
So the issue can be resolved one way or the other.
You're a liar. You're a liar, Rael. That's what you are.
Oh my God.
You're a liar. Just like I'm defending myself because I have to, I was defending myself then.
You wasn't defending yourself. You wasn't even on the panel when you came on the panel attacking the
And I didn't attack. That's the way you because you're soft. You are soft and good.
Okay.
You are not no child, please. And that's why you don't like me. You don't like me.
Wait a minute. Hey, hold on. Hey,
you got your whole body.
Hold on 1 second. One second. Look, y'all two have it out. I'm gonna let y'all two go ahead and have it out. But this is the thing. Why do we gotta insult people? Y'all can disagree about what happened. But
do you disagree with what happened? Do you disagree? Do you disagree that what happened when she came on the panel that time?
No, I'm not in disagreement with nothing you're saying so far. I'm not.
All I need to say. I'm done.
So Roger, I came and attacked you. Everybody.
I'm gonna tell you. You did actually attack me because of one of the first things you said when you came on there. You said something about only the married men should be talking, which was a way of taking a shot at me and other men that happen to be on the panel.
I don't even think I was talking about you. I think I was talking to somebody else.
Look, I'm not. I don't even care to argue about it. My whole thing to you, Mahoghany, is this: at some point in time, one of you women have to stand up to. You should stand down with me and talk, because that should be something you should be doing in your normal everyday life. You just said he not my husband. It shouldn't require a man to be your husband to let him finish the sentence. That should never be a requirement. Why does somebody got to marry you for him to finish a sentence?
I was trying to finish my sentence, and
I understand that.
Apparently, you guys have plenty of perfect women. You got Brenda W. You got Toya. You got plenty of perfect women over here. So you guys should be good.
Let it go, Roger. Let it go. To get it all out, let it go.
So right at that very moment, listen to me, guys. Right at that very moment, and because this is an edited video, it doesn't show the fucking chat. I wish I could show you the chat. I wish to God I could show you the chat. But old girl had her fingers a-going, honey. If fingers was pussy, child, she was popping them. She was popping them and locking them. Old girl was down there talking about how masculine and manly I was, how unfeminine, whatever. The heifer had a lot to say. And so even though I was talking to these men, I was bubbling. This is when y'all about to see me turn up. This is when y'all about to see me turn up. We 2 hours in and I didn't turn up. I addressed people that addressed me. But now y'all about to see me turn up.
Go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
You got
Go on, darling. Go on, darling. You telling on yourself. Go ahead.
Ain't nobody telling on myself. That's what I see. That's what I see. That's what I see. They're perfect. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I respect you too much to sit up here and lie and tell you everything.
We appreciate you telling. You're telling all on yourself.
Listen.
I got a long memory, and I remember.
You ain't got no long memory. You was a pussy, nigga. I remember you since day one. People in my motherfucking chat, you was a pussy. And you pissed because I've been seeing you for what you were. You like to fucking get up here and tell women what to say, and when they don't say what you want to say, then all of a sudden they're a bad woman. Nigga, please, get your own woman so you can control her. I'm not your woman. Maybe the women in that fucking chat room you can control, but you can't control me, and that's why you're fucking mad.
Hey, Roger. Right. They ain't never too far from the fuckery. They ain't never too far from the fuckery. no matter what kind of face or image they put on it, they ain't never too far from Cardi B and Summer Walker and any of them other bitches. They ain't never too far.
Oh, Brenda, you not masculine, honey? You not masculine? You perfect, right? You perfect. That's why your ass single.
Mahoghany. Number one, I'm gonna tell you what I don't is don't even have to put it on the screen, okay? Because y'all have somebody who says something in the chat, and I can have my panelists reacting to people saying stuff in the chat on any given day. Okay, we can't control all that. Let them people speak. If I put it on the screen, then I saw it, and I don't even see all the good stuff. But some of the good stuff I do see, and I put it on the screen, and I try to recognize all the super chat. And shout out to Louis Kanye right now for the Cash App. Louis Kanye, I seen it. I seen you say check my Cash App. I'm actually away from my computer right now, y'all, so I can't even see my Cash Apps right now. But I definitely appreciate anybody who did send one in, because I've been checking all day and I ain't see one. But Louis done sent one, so my man Louis, thank you very much, my brother. I definitely appreciate you. Shout out to Joe's. He says he trusts this panel enough to let her do this. Okay. All right. Now, and guess what? I Mahoghany is
I've said nothing but good words about Roger. That's what y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. You really don't.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. No, I'm telling you.
Like I say, they never too far.
That contact me
They
on the
never too
regular.
far from the
Man,
street. They
man in the
never too far from the
manosphere.
street.
Now you all respect. You don't know what you're
They
talking
never
about.
too far from the street.
That motherfucker running 100 miles an hour, bro.
My thing is, I'm supposed to respect Black Euro. You told me to shut the fuck up, so that's why I turned up on you. I've been trying to respect you the whole
I will definitely tell you to shut the fuck up.
And I'll
Because
tell
I'm
you to shut
a
the fuck up,
man
because I'm not
and
one of
you're a
these
woman,
women that
and
y'all
there
can fucking control.
are times in which
They're in
men
there. They're in
be
the
able
check.
to tell
Control
women
them.
to be quiet,
I ain't
and
the
the
one.
women be
You're
quiet.
not my man.
It's okay, little girl.
And I'm not here to speak
Well,
for you.
I
I've
mean,
never been
and that's
to a
fine,
date.
and that's
I will never go to the church
that's
now.
why I say to younger men, there's no fixing this. There's no fixing this, because all over the world, Mahoghany, all over the world, there are moments where a man can tell a woman to be quiet. It doesn't mean that they lord over the women, that they abuse the women. No, over most of the world, there are moments in which a man should be able to tell a woman to be quiet so a man can do whatever he needs to do.
Cyrus,
Really,
Ryan,
only
lying.
in the West can I fuck.
I'm telling the truth.
We've entered this moment. We've entered this moment where now I gotta tell you to shut the fuck up because you're talking while I'm talking. Now, all over most of the human world, there are moments where a man can say, "They be quiet, shut up," whatever vernacular, whatever diction they use, and the woman shut the fuck up. Now, I don't mean that they do it every day, they do it all the time, that they do it abusive, but there's a general recognition amongst most women where, you know what, he needs me to shut the fuck up in this particular moment. Now, it's only amongst those women in particular that a man being able to tell a woman to shut up is some form of curse analogous to that of locusts and plagues and shit. It's only amongst us where it's such an aggrieved offense, where all other men get to actually be fucking men with women. Only amongst us. So when I've told you to shut the fuck up, it's probably after at least a half a dozen times when I've asked you, let me finish. Let me finish my statement. Please let me make my point. Usually I have said that at least a half a dozen times before.
The lies, honey. The lies. Y'all have heard this man interrupt everybody in the panel, and y'all have heard them interrupt me and everybody else. Okay. All right. Let's keep this going.
I've said, shut the fuck up. But the only thing you hear is me saying, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say, well, you know what? Let me read this from Oliver Gray. Okay. Let that get a moment to sink in. Oliver Gray also said,
and y'all hear Roger? Give it a moment to sink in. Child, I can't make this up, honey. L-Lock, whatever your name is, Jlock, whatever your name was, you lying ass nigga, you gonna eat them words. You gonna eat them.
Men don't have that luxury. He rock someone, taking, and he was talking about how women are addressed, the way y'all talk to us, the way y'all don't stand down when we start talking. And there is something to this that I know a lot of women don't really think about. Women seem to figure out that men are supposed to protect and provide, but y'all do not seem to acknowledge. I'm not talking about you personally, I'm talking about collectively. Y'all don't acknowledge us as the leaders. Men are supposed to lead, protect, and provide. And guess what? If you want men's protection, you should want more than the protection of just the man who you happen to be with. which means what? You have to give a lower level of deference to men that are not your husband. Just, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna protect women on a lower level who are not my wife, then they need to give me some deference when they see me around. If you don't accept that I'm your superior, how can I be your protector? I don't.
Okay, you guys. So go to my channel. I've been going on a rant about submission. This is the reason I've been going on a rant about submission. I have one man to submit to. I don't know what anybody else does. I don't know what any other man believes or any other woman. But I have one man under this roof that pays my bills. I have one man under this roof when I was going through depression about my brother that was at the funeral and was consoling me. I have one man that helped take care of me when I had surgery a month ago. I had one man that was holding me and telling me it was going to be okay when my grandmother passed away. One man. Every man is not my superior. Every man doesn't do that for me. If you guys haven't seen those submission videos, you need to come through because I read it from scripture.
Don't look for children to protect me.
You mentioned Toya. She mentioned Toya. On the rare occasion where Toya blesses us with her presence on the panel, she's very feminine. She's very deferential. She's at times almost even too deferential. She does not at all overtalk men or yell at men or swear at men or call them pussies as you did with Rahel. So while you're making those comparisons, make a full fucking comparison, madam.
I just said she's perfect. I just said that her and
No,
Brenda W.
it ain't about it. Ain't, you don't have to be. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect to be a feminine woman.
Brenda W. woman, but apparently they're perfect because they don't talk back to y'all and they don't raise their voice back to you. I don't know. That's what y'all want, but that's not me. I have to be myself.
And there it is. Gentlemen,
and I will not argue against you being yourself. But what I'm trying to say to you, as to be as helpful and loving to you as possible, that I can be to a woman who's married to another man, yourself should include when other men talk to you, let them say what they want to say. Because
welcome to General. Okay, so I have to do this for my naysayers in the chat room. The General know I got love for him, and I believe he got love for my chocolate ass. It says, well, why? He should be very special because I haven't been reading out a whole lot of your comments. I've just been highlighting. Well, by that logic, if you are attacked in the streets, then only that man is obligated to protect you, right? I'm just asking. Okay, well, listen. I'm not saying that black men don't deserve respect. See, there's a difference between, yes, I will respect a black man, any black man, every black man, right? That shows me respect, and submitting to. There's a difference because there's form of submission, right? Even sexual submission. So, like I said, if you guys want to know what the Bible says submission is and how it goes back and forth, I did do a live on that. I did one today, and I think I did one yesterday. I've been dropping videos like crazy. I probably done dropped about 4 or 5 videos that you guys haven't seen. You have to go to the channel, and you have to go on the live to see them. You have to go on the live videos. But I'm going with what's based on Scripture. And Scripture says that a wife is to submit to her husband. Her husband, not husbands. Not husbands. And not random dudes online. But we're going to get back to how perfect and feminine Miss Toya is. We're going to get back to that. How perfect and child. Ooh, hold on. Let me bow my head because I don't want to go there. I'm going to just let people paint that picture. You want to paint me as the root chakra? I'm not talking about you, General, or anybody in here. But these men want to paint me as the root chakra because they don't like my tone, right? They don't like my military energy. They don't like my leadership energy. They don't like that. So we going to listen to them talk about how perfect she is, and I'm going to expose the truth.
Because if something happens and your husband don't happen to be around the corner, them the dudes is gonna have to protect you.
Right.
Those guys should want to.
I don't want to be calling you out of your name. I don't want to be calling you out of your name while you married to another black man.
Wait a minute. What's going on in this chat? She said, "Oh, I've been peeped at Rael. It's why I continue to move the way I do." Wow, you peeped that? Okay. All righty.
I don't want to call you out of your name while you married to another black man.
It's cool. I'm glad that this happened. You have no idea how glad I am that this happened. I'm very glad this has happened because I've done nothing but show. I love that sister, even though apparently she peeped something that was never there. I love that sister. But okay, I see. I'm talking about what's going on in the chat room. I'm talking about you men trying to pit me against other women.
No, Mahoghany, we're not trying to do that to you at the end of the day. And that's why I told you, don't worry about the stuff that's in the chat. Do not worry about it.
I love that person. I like that person. So if that
Roger's
person, I wasn't supportive of that person, and that person is supposed to support me.
Is my mic working?
You're saying that if they say that I'm listening to them, this is interesting to me. I've done nothing but compliment that woman.
Save yourself, black men.
Child, please. Thank you, Father Most High. Thank you, Father Most High. Thank you for letting me see. Thank you.
You cannot, you can't.
I'm trying to deal with you. I'm trying to deal with you and not antagonistic fact. Everything I'm saying to you, I'm not trying to be antagonistic about any of it. But I am saying it because I'm hoping you'll go from here and be this example.
No, she's the example, y'all. She's the example. She's the example. I'm not the example. I'm good. My man is good with me. I'm not the example. She's the example.
And God help him. God help him.
Yeah, God help you too.
I'm not trying to be that way with you.
I pray every night that the Most High expose my enemies, honey, and show them and bring them forth. Thank you, Father.
Okay, Mahoghany.
Damn, that was an accident. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to pull it back up. I'm pulling it up now. So just to give you guys hey, Leo. Hey, everybody. And listen, this is not hatred or anger or anything. I'm cool. I'm good. This is to clarify because this morning there was a man that jumped up on Bronzebird's show and called me a liar and said that I came up there and I attacked all those men. That said that I talked about those men's mamas and that I just hopped off and started attacking Rael, right? When we literally y'all sat and watched this video for 2 hours without me attacking anybody. Y'all sat and watched me address the people that addressed me first. Y'all sat and watched these people cut me off 1,000,000 times and I sat quiet. See, this is why I had to do this. I didn't want to do it. I really didn't. I was having thoughts, like I said, what I was going to do is chop it up. And me and my man were going to go through it tomorrow since we're not working. That's what we were going to do. But because you Negroes keep on lying on your girl and you're running around in the space from panel to panel telling lies because you a fanboy, right? Of Roger. So now you're going to lie on Mahoghany. No, sorry. Not going to work. I'm going to let the people see. So give me a second. Let me pull it back up. I actually did not mean to do that. So hang tight. We at the end. We at the end, family. Me and Talia about to talk. And just to give you a little background of what was going on is there was a lot of typing in the chat. And she said, and she's going to admit, she's going to come up on the panel and admit the reason that I said we're not aligned. Yeah, she's going to come up and say that. And I'm going to say, you said that we're not sisters. And she's going to admit that she said that. Now, I'm going to repeat this because some of you guys might not have heard it. You guys really need to go through and watch the lives. I've been doing live stream after live stream for like 2 days straight. I'm a scriptural person, so when I call you my brother, I don't call everybody my brother and sister. When I'm calling you my brother and sister, I'm talking about you as a spiritual believer. She typed in the chat, "Oh, I'm not your sister." So that let me know right there, okay, you never was cool with me. Meanwhile, you was just in my life that same day, and I can pull that up too, but it's not about getting her. I already see her. She showed herself. Thank you, Most High. It's not about her. Don't hate her, nothing of the sort. But people gonna stop lying on Mahoghany Roots. That's what they're gonna stop doing. So if you want to believe that she's good and she's a saint, even though she hopped up to her to testify with no proof and spoke a lie on your girl, but you keep on believing that she's so good and she's so perfect, you keep on doing that. That's fine. I'm gonna pray for her and keep it moving. I'm gonna pray for all you lying ass niggas and keep it moving.
If something goes down, and let's say your man is not around the corner, he 40 minutes, save everybody. Am I going to
Somebody says that they peeped you and they're throwing shade, and you literally have done nothing to that person except like big them up all over the face. It is personal.
Well, Mahoghany, only thing I tell you about that is you reading something in the chat that I already told you. We don't even deal with the chat because I'm the director. I cannot direct a chat. People come in on their first day. People got all type of stuff going on in the chat. I can control that and you know what? That may be a policy that you may want to pick up. It could help you with your channel.
I don't pay attention to the chat, but I pay attention to people that claim that we are for each other. Like Brownie L. Some of us are for each other. Some of us have work together behind the scenes. Some of us have recommended other channels. Some of us have recommended people be on other people's panels. Some of us are actually trying to network behind the scenes. So when I see these people whom I'm thinking are my networking partners saying comments like that, yeah, it does bother me. But thank you for putting me in my place. Rael, first of all, if anybody has mental illness, it's your ass. That's why you stay in spaces where people can just echo what you say. You live in dysfunction. You live and breathe dysfunction. You unhappy nigga.
Mahoghany, I don't know where that's coming from, so I'm assuming you doing something else.
I'm telling you what they're down there saying.
Mahoghany, that's what happens if you're a star. People get to talk. Can you accept that you're a star? Apparently, you may not be a high level star, but you may not be a high level star, but you have a social media. You do your own show. You're gonna get fans, and guess what? You also get people that's not gonna like you. That's part of doing anything from a public standpoint.
Stay out of my. Okay, let this be announced. Don't watch my black ass and stay out of my goddamn chat room, because I don't need people like that around me. Period.
Mahoghany. You can't control what everybody gonna do all the time. It's plenty of people that don't like me. It's people that added me and with videos that talked about me and all that type of stuff. I don't worry about that stuff. I'm supposed to be talked about, whether it's good or bad. That's me. I can accept that there's going to be some star stuff that come with this when you do a show, even if it's on, you know what I'm saying, regardless of how big or small a channel is, regardless of what social media you're doing it from. There's things that happen to celebrities that's going to happen to you too. You can't let that stuff bother you at the end of the day if you're going to be effective in what you're trying to do. I ain't worried about that stuff. And I'm advising you, if you're a content creator, don't worry about that stuff at the end of the day. Okay, I ain't addressing it because I ain't gonna sit trying to read all this stuff. But as a matter of fact, when it comes to reading, shout out to Joe's. Well, I think I read this. She said she trusts the panel enough to let her do this. And you know what? I don't mind women trusting my panel because I don't want women to feel like they can't come. If we're gonna fix the black community overall, eventually they're gonna have to say something. But the thing is, can they actually accept male leadership? And that's what I'm trying to impress upon you, Mahoghany. Can you accept male leadership? It's not, you know what I'm saying? I know you got the ability, but the thing is, can you accept it? And are you going to actually make it a requirement that a man has to be your husband before you accept leadership? Because that's something a lot of women say.
That's what the Bible says, and that's what I believe.
The Bible does. Hold on. The Bible does say accept your husband leadership. But the Bible don't say disrespect every other man either.
I'm
You
not,
have to
but if
accept
a
leadership.
person disrespects me, come on now, you gotta
No,
respect.
Mahoghany. Listen to what I'm saying. You on this defensive thing. I'm not trying to put you on defense. What I'm trying to tell you is, any man is worthy of respect because he's a man. And if something go down, he might be the dude that has to protect you. So it should be a general thing for women to just generally respect men. But in the black community in America, women, it ain't just you. I'm just using this as an example, but I'm not trying to make it about you. This is a general thing amongst black women. And now, well, matter of fact, let me read this real quick, and then I'm gonna ask you something. Shout out to Mr. Me Too. Thank you, brother. He says, a panel full of good men, and she still wasn't good. So to answer your question, Roger, and I'm gonna ask that question to her. And he said, well, to answer your question, Roger, no. Okay. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. And I know it's a couple more down there.
Let me just say this: welcome everybody, and forgive me. I'm not gonna be able to read all your chats. I got to step away for a second. Be good. Don't fight amongst each other. But y'all notice how they claim that they're all good men? Do y'all notice that? Well, the general, I hope you listen, Chocolate. I hope you listening, sweetie. We gonna see if y'all think these still good men in a minute. Because this man here is about to threaten to beat my ass, honey. He about to say it 2, 3, 4, 5 times that he ought to whoop my ass. That he ought to fucking slap the shit out of me. We gonna hear these good men talk in a minute.
Yeah. Shout out to L Train Galaxy, who says she will not be protected during war and famine. Now Mahoghany, you know what I'm saying? Listen to how they're responding, and they only responding based on, you know, what they kind of seen, you know. Right. And I'm not saying you're the worst person in the world, but that's what I'm trying to talk to you about, how you allowing yourself to come off on this particular panel today, how you're allowing yourself to come off. All right. Shout out to Trail Bentley. He says, long live the habitual line steppers. Hey, long live, my brother. Long live. Definitely appreciate that. Shout out to Gold Professor. Again, he says, let Rael and Mahoghany rock. You say it's between them two. Let's go. And you know what? I will give the vote to them two if they'll talk together. And, you know, we can all come down, you know, and they can work out whatever is going on between them two. All right. Shout out to
Gold Professor. Rael, you were in my chat. I can pull it up. Stop it. Don't lie to these people. Stop it.
All right. Shout out to Tampa Bomb. Appreciate you, brother. He say Rogers passport fund. Long live the habitual line steppers. Like, share, and subscribe. And y'all, if y'all are new here and you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and please like the video. That's what I really want to say. Please do. If you subscribe, that's great. But please, y'all, the people who are subscribed, y'all hit the like on the video because y'all do be jipping me on that. Y'all be jipping me. Okay, hit the like. Shout out to L Train again. What's up, man? What's up? Go ahead.
I want to say something to Mahoghany. Okay, Mahoghany. Okay, I don't agree with disrespect on both sides, whether it comes from a man or woman. But it's like it's when it comes down to it, a woman supposed to know a place and a man supposed to know his place, regardless whether it's on the internet or is it physically in person. A woman should not be going back and forth with a man because that puts your husband in a certain situation. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know you don't know certain mentalities of people. You don't know where they're coming from. They may take it to another level. Or you arguing back and forth with a man you don't know, you know, on the internet. You know what I'm saying? That puts your man in a certain situation. Don't you? Because men have lost their lives. Men have lost their lives years behind women. And that's, you know, and that is something I want to just express to you. All right, go on, baby.
What I was going to say, under normal circumstances, so I know people don't like to brag about or don't like to have women talk about who they are, but I'm just going to tell you who I really am. Who I really am is somebody who gets along with men and women. And I don't have an issue having conversations with men or women. But what happens is when you're in a panel, you can't just say, oh, and I'm not talking about you, but there's certain men in the space that will say that have been on this panel today that will say, oh, I deserve respect because I'm a man, but they won't give it to the other person. I don't care about what your sex is. I respect anybody that treats me with respect. We're talking about people. That's why I'm kind of bewildered by what people are saying in the chat, because I've been on panels with these people, never disrespecting them. A lot of these people have seen me be on panels. I've never been disrespectful. I can name the names. There's too many, and never been disrespectful. But it's like we're going to sit up here and lie and tell lies and make it seem like I just come over here to cause strife. And that's not true. I've actually told Roger on many occasions, brother, I'm going to back away because I can see that every time I hit the panel, and because I'm not one of these women that just back down to everything, and I cause controversy with my beliefs, that, okay, I'm just going to support you from the clouds. I've said that to you, and I meant that. And I still like you. And there's nothing that these people in this chat room or on this panel can say that's going to make me take that back. I like you for who you are. But I stayed away to not cause chaos to you.
All
Well,
beef can be
I don't have the prior history with you. The only thing I have with you is what you have presented today, frankly. So all that other stuff, maybe it works in some sort of debate with them. I'm just going by your behavior and your countenance and your arrogance and your hubris here. And I find your particular disposition to be wanting with respect to being, in particular, a feminine woman. If you are married, you say you are, I might have some questions about, what your husband tolerates with respect to your presentation, particularly amongst men. I don't have a lot of regard for women talking over and through men. And one of the reasons why I don't is because real talk, madam, real talk, and I'll say this to you and all other females, I'll beat your ass. Like real talk.
Get through, my man.
And so, right. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said, I'm glad you mentioned your husband. Because in the real world,
I'll beat your ass. So to you and all other females, I'll beat your ass. Dr. Umar, 3 times. I'll beat your ass. I'll beat your ass. I'll beat your ass. Let's rewind.
Your countenance and your arrogance and your hubris here. And I find your particular disposition to be wanting with respect to being, in particular, a feminine woman. If you are married, you say you are, I might have some questions about, what your husband tolerates with respect to your presentation, particularly amongst men. I don't have a lot of regard for women talking over and through men. And one of the reasons why I don't is because real talk, madam, real talk, and I'll say this to you and all other females, I'll beat your ass. Like real talk.
Get through, my man.
And so, right. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said, I'm glad you mentioned your husband. Because in the real world, shit is handled between men. So while you get to run your mouth and be disrespectful to Rael and whatever, you always got in the back of your mind when push come to shove, some nigga or some white man has got to actually bleed for the bullshit that you create. And that's why I don't have a lot of tolerance for the mouths of females. Because you all rarely actually have to bleed for the shit that y'all get started. Rarely. So when you raise your voice up at me, I'm not even thinking about you. I'm thinking about who her husband is and what I might have to deal with some other man. Because I know in the end, you ain't going to have to roll the way your husband going to have to roll when this shit get to a certain point. And so that's why I can only go so far with you or any other female running her mouth. Because I've been to slap your ass down somewhere, and now I got to wonder about whether or not I got to wonder about whether or not some.
Okay. I'm gonna let you guys hear it again. He said he gonna slap me down somewhere. And you want to know what's funny? I'm trying to bring it to a close, but this shit, the more I listen to this shit, the more crazy it sounds. And y'all can't gaslight me, you men that's listening, you Roger boys, you Jlocks. Listen, y'all can't gaslight me because I let a couple of men in my family and a couple of men, friends of the family, I let them hear it. I let them hear the recording, and they all said that's some sucker ass shit. So let's listen to him say he gonna slap me down somewhere. Get through my man, nigga. Get through my man.
While you get to run your mouth and be disrespectful to Rael and whatever, you always got in the back of your mind, when push come to shove, some nigga or some white man has got to actually bleed for the bullshit that you create. And that's why I don't have a lot of tolerance for the mouths of females. Because you all rarely actually have to bleed for the shit that y'all get started. Rarely. So when you raise your voice up at me, I'm not even thinking about you. I'm thinking about who her husband is and what I might have to deal with some other man. Because I know in the end, you ain't going to have to roll the way your husband going to have to roll when this shit get to a certain point. And so that's why I can only go so far with you or any other female running her mouth. Because I've been to slap your ass down somewhere, and now I got to wonder about whether or not I got to wonder about whether or not some man is going to kill me, or do I have to kill some other man?
My fucking head, you bum nigga. You not gonna touch me, because between my motherfucking family and my friends, nigga, you gonna end up somewhere you don't want to be. You not gonna put your hands on me.
And that's exactly why you and I are not aligned.
Between your family, between your man, whatever. That's well and good. That's well and good. That's all good. That's all good. But
so you didn't hear her come up there and address any of the things you guys been seeing. She gonna come up there and talk about it, and that's why we're not aligned. Are you niggas serious? Are you niggas serious? And now I'm about to get fucking mad. I'm about to get really mad. We not aligned, you damn right, heifer. Even now I'm trying to stop myself from dragging the goddamn dog piss out your ass right now. Up until this very moment, I've been nothing but respectful. The past 3-4 lives, I've been saying, you know what? I'm just done with it. I'm going to pray for the sister. I'm going to do this and that. But listening to you hop there, up here and say that BS, you ain't got a problem talking about him putting his hand on me. But this is what, no, I'm going to tell you. Now, kiddies, now come in close, kiddies. I'm going to tell you why we not aligned. Because after this live stream, your girl got down on her knees and prayed for what to do about it. Really. It would have been too easy for me to just go live the next day or even that day. Nah, I thought the shit out. I contact the brother, the Roger Report, and let him know, hey, this is how I'm feeling. I might review this live. He said he was cool with it. And I said to myself, I'm just going to address these talking points, and I'm going to leave it alone. But then you had a lying-ass nigga named Jlock, and your lying ass. What she about to say, listen to her. We not aligned, because I don't lie on folks. And I don't jump up to testify without proof. And when a person tells me to put in the back chat, you won't, just because you know you ain't got no motherfucking proof. We not aligned. We not aligned because I actually pray. We not aligned because I actually love black people. We not aligned because I'm not the type of woman to address a woman and just ignore the bullshit that just happened on this panel. We not aligned. Wicked ass niggas and niggas. Now, I don't give a fuck what happens after this live stream, but I'm going to tell you what right now. I'm going to tell you niggas something right now, and this is a warning. I'm going to have to private the stream because I don't want nothing to happen to that brother's channel, but so help me God, heifer. If you niggas try to come for me one more time in defense of this broad, I'm going, whoo. It's gonna be beyond the spanking. It's gonna be beyond the spanking, and I don't want to do it to her. Because I'm not one of these people, despite what you think. There are women out here that love the beef and love to go back and forth. I'm not one of those. That's what I need you niggas to understand. You niggas running around talking about she sisterhood, she sisterhood, she sisterhood. Since when? I'm over here doing my own thing. Mahoghany Roots been standing the fuck alone. I've collabed with a lot of people, men and women. But Mahoghany Roots been standing alone. What the fuck you talking about? I don't need no gang. I don't need no panel to go at who I'm going at. I just hit y'all with the facts. I just hit y'all with the truth. And I win every time. Now, I'm a woman that prays. But I'm a woman that slays. And let me just say this to y'all, because I know y'all going to want to defend this farcity that's up here that's about to speak and make her out to be the feminine because she got that, that nice voice, you know what I'm saying? But if you fuck with me and you keep on spreading lies on me, I'm going to show for what it really is. I'm going to show for what it really is. And I'm not threatening nobody, and I'm not doxing nobody. But we going to tell the truth this evening. You Negroes and Negettes going to stop lying on Mahoghany Roots. I'm going to finish this live. We at the very end. I'm giving y'all this warning. You can defend your girl all you want, wherever you want. Don't be making no videos about me defending her. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to match one woman for another woman, and we gonna really see how fucking unaligned we are. We gonna really see. Old girl ain't gonna look too motherfucking squeaky clean. Don't do it to her. Don't do it to her. Stop lying. I already said that I was going to keep this shit clean and above water. And like I said, I'm not threatening the docs. I don't need the docs. I've never doxed nobody on here. I've been on here 9 years. Never did that. That's not my lane. I repeat, I ain't never been a part of no goddamn sisterhood. I collab with men and women. That's what I do. If you guys haven't figured it out, lies is my pet peeve. Niggas lying on me is my pet peeve. You want to set me aflame? Lie on me. And you'll set me aflame. Now, I know y'all want to spin a narrative so bad that I'm some ghetto rude chakra over here while I'm sitting over here as unghetto as I can be. As experienced and educated as I can be. But I'm some ghetto rude chakra. Right now, I'm going to be honest, I'm shaking because of what that. Because listen, this nigga just said he gonna knock me, and you up here talking about that's why you not aligned with me. That's why I'm not aligned with you. You're damn right you're not aligned with me. The women that are aligned with me are praying women, are God-fearing women. And they don't hop up on panels and rescue a nigga that just said he gonna hit somebody. You damn right you not aligned with me. Keep that bullshit up and I'm a fucking drag. Like you ain't never seen in your fucking life before. And I don't want to do it because I already know the niggas gonna say, well, she's over there bullying her. She's over there talking about her. All I'm asking, heifer, and let me tell you something. You think you gonna keep me away from Roger, you not. I might come over there just for the hell of it to see if those fucking Twitter fingers keep on fucking twerking. And then I'ma show everybody just how unaligned we are.
Understand. Bottom line, between you as a woman and me as a man, it ain't no contest. Between you as a woman and between me as a man, there is no contest. So don't be talking all this shit about some man being a pussy or Rael being a pussy or whatever like that. Because I know in the end, you ain't going to have to roll the way your husband going to have to roll when this shit get to a certain point. And so that's why I can only go so far with you or any other female running her mouth. Because I've been to slap your ass down somewhere, and now I got to wonder about whether or not I got to wonder about whether or not some man is going to kill me, or do I have to kill some other man?
My fucking head, you bum nigga. You not gonna touch me because between my motherfucking family and my friends, nigga, you gonna end up somewhere you don't want to be. You not gonna put your hands on me.
And that's exactly why you and I are not aligned.
Between your family, between your man, whatever. That's well and good. That's well and good. That's all good. That's all good. But understand, bottom line, between you as a woman and me as a man, it ain't no contest. Between you as a woman and between me as a man, there is no contest. So don't be talking all this shit about some man being a pussy or Rael being a pussy or whatever like that. Because guess what? If it's between you and Rael, if it's between you and me, or if it's between you and any other man, your ass gets knocked down. You gotta run. You gotta run to your husband. You gotta run to your family. You gotta run to some other nigga to protect you. So walk all that bad talk down. Because you ain't that fucking bad. Calm yourself down and be respectful.
Put a hand on me.
Mahoghany. I don't know if you addressing Black Guru or what's in the chat, which I believe you're actually addressing stuff that's in the chat.
No, Toya said something. She said she's so glad we're not aligned, and I agree with that. I didn't know until today. I didn't know we weren't aligned. I always saw that sister as my sister.
Listening helps.
Okay, let's have some clarification.
What I said was that's why we are not aligned. I didn't say I'm glad. I didn't say I'm glad because I'm not glad about that. Mahoghany, I gave you a chance after you came.
You gave me a chance? I gave you a chance. Big Duke, if you watching, all you niggas that I fucking complimented, all you niggas that I said this was a cool girl, all you women,
I'm not
Sister
even allowed
George,
to finish
that's
my
what
statement.
I rebuke it. I rebuke that shit. You ain't no sister to nobody. What the fuck you up here for? You down there talking shit about me, and I ain't never said nothing bad about you all my life.
Number one, I've never claimed to be your sister. Number two, I claim
right.
up here
I
simply
claimed you
to
because
clarify.
you were another black woman, but you right, we not the same.
You have every right
you
to claim.
on here defending niggas that you don't even know. Where's your man?
You have every right to claim what you want.
You're gonna make me get up and act bold on here.
One second,
you already are. You've done it.
You educated these niggas. Talk to these motherfucking niggas. Don't talk to me.
Mahoghany. Look, I'm trying to allow this to be as productive as possible. I already see there's some underlying stuff that needs to be addressed. But the thing is, you're getting upset. you're getting upset because you're taking all this stuff so personal. Please just try to.
We're not aligned, but she was just in my. It's cool. It's cool. Thank you, Father. Like I said, I asked the Father, let me see who my people are and who my enemies are. So thank you, Father, for answering my prayers. I appreciate you. I wish this woman nothing but peace and blessings in her life. Nothing. That's all I've ever wished for any of you guys that are
Your vision would
YouTubers.
improve if you had a chance to actually listen when people are speaking to you in a calm manner. You didn't even allow me to finish what I was saying before you started screaming and yelling at me. The point I was trying to make is that upon our first instance of getting to know each other or meeting each other, you were combative towards me. So that was the reason why I said I gave you a chance. Because even after that first encounter, which is what Rael was referring to in the chat, I still gave you a chance because you walked back a lot of what you did in that first encounter. So I appreciated that. And as a real woman, I can appreciate when someone can come back to the carpet and say, listen, I was wrong here and I apologize. However, the way that you comport yourself in other spaces, specifically like you've been doing today, is why I feel like we are.
Name the example. Where was it? Tell me.
If you allow me to finish my statement, I would be happy to answer your question.
Name the example because I've been everywhere. Name the freaking example.
Are you finished?
Yeah, I'm finished. You talking.
I just don't like to talk over people, and I don't do that here. So anyway, thank you, Roger, for having me. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that this is a contentious conversation that we're having. But the example that I just gave before you cut me off again was that you are comporting yourself in a combative way here today on this panel. So if I've seen you do that in multiple spaces.
Name the spaces, you fucking liar. Name the spaces. Name the spaces. If you gonna say it, just fucking stand on it. Was it your professor?
I'm gonna drop down because this is not working.
Yeah, hop down, you liar. Hop down and pray for forgiveness because you a fucking liar against your sister.
Okay,
no,
you know what? You know what?
Right.
You know what? Let me do this, y'all. Let me do this. Mahoghany, you are not the enemy. But yes, today you have been acting that way. And I'm trying to talk to you so things could.
All right, so more gaslighting. They're trying to make it seem literally 2 hours up in 2 hours in this video, you didn't see me attack anybody. Once again, I'm responding. Once again, this is after Toya and her Twitter fingers and her super chats and all her little mess that she's doing down there. This is me responding to her. But these men gonna act like it's me. They're gonna act like because I didn't come up there like this. Oh, yeah, and so I seen you do this and you've done it and, I'm yes, and I didn't say, no, you're not, Because I don't talk like that, they're gonna act like they're just gonna dismiss everything I'm saying. Now, I'm gonna say this right now. For everybody, and first of all, let me just say this. I was not combative with that woman when I first met her. If she took my responses, my very direct responses as being combative, then that's how you take it. Apparently, you only have a problem with combative people when it's coming from another woman. If it's a man threatening violence and being combative, your ass ain't got shit to say. It's crickets. So apparently, it only bothers you when it's another woman doing it. I see you, girl. I see you. You was literally making comments talking about you see the shade and that's why you moving the way you moving. You was literally in my chat that day. So what shade did you see? And for the record, Mahoghany Roots don't throw shade. Mahoghany Roots come at your ass directly. Everybody know that. Now what I am going to say, because I'm not going to say that I've never confronted people. I will confront people all day long, but I'm going to stand on this. That I don't just come up on a panel and just out of nowhere just start attacking. Things have been said, comments have been made. And for the people that I did have come off on, maybe through misunderstanding, I've apologized. One of them is in the freaking chat room. Her name is Trinity Time Travels. I apologize to her. Subscribe to her. I've been watching her ever since. No problems. And I did that because I was wrong. But one thing I'm going to stop doing, I'm going to stop taking shit on the chin for you bum-ass, crusty-ass Negroes and niggas. Fuck that. That's why I'm playing this live. Because y'all not going to keep on running this lie that I just came over there and brought all this chaos. This chaos ensued after 2 hours of me sitting on my hands and holding my tongue. And this chaos ensued after me ignoring old girl's comments for a good 10 minutes. But when you come up there and you say you're going to testify, goddammit, bring the proof when you testify. I mean, y'all help me figure this out. Does that soft voice, does that really fool y'all? Are y'all really taken by that? Damn, man, I really thought men were smarter than that. Wow. Let's get to this because we at the end. And watch what's going to happen. They're going to be over there. I can tell you what's going to happen. They're going to go over there and say, yeah, she dragged Toya into it. And she did this. And she just attacked Toya for no reason. And da-da-da-da. That's what they're going to do. But I'm going to warn you. I'm going to warn you right now, niggas. Please don't make me do it. Because, see, I don't give a fuck what you say about me. What you say about me already done been said under lying-ass pretenses. And I'm just proving it right now. But for the liar's sake, you might want to just chill. You might want to just chill. Because if I do the comparison, nigga, with alignment, nigga, well, who's real in this motherfucker? I'm sorry. Your girl gonna come up short. I'm just telling you the truth. And I ain't talking about no looks. I ain't talking about none of that. But I'm through with letting you niggas dig at my character. Like I said, there have been people, and me and those people, like Trinity Time Travels, we cool. And I apologize to them. But I'm not going to apologize to this heifer, and I know damn well I did nothing to her. You consider anything combative that ain't coming from a man. I didn't curse you. Didn't do none of that. But when you was throwing slick comments just like you did in that chat, talking about stupidities of choice and all that stupid shit you be over there doing, I addressed you. I decided not to ignore it. I decided to address you. So if that's combative, then oh well, I guess that's combative. You niggas think you can say any old stupid shit about Mahoghany Roots, go from panel to panel lying. You think you niggas can type in chats and say any old thing about Mahoghany Roots, and I'm not supposed to say nothing? You out your damn mind. We at the end because old girl gonna hop down and hop back up, and that'll be end. Soon as she hop back up, so that actually after this point is nothing. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna say my final words, and I'll let you guys know what's gonna happen with this live stream. So just hang in there. But it's almost over.
Go better. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna read these super chats, y'all, because I gotta acknowledge these people who sent money in. I'm gonna shut this panel down, and I'm gonna ask that we just talk off air, because obviously some stuff needs to be cleared up, and I'm trying to be as helpful as I can to get this where it needs to be, because we don't need to. You need to feel like you're welcome when you come, but we need to be able to exchange ideas with each other. And Toya, I'm gonna ask you to come back if you're willing to, if we can do this in private, y'all. So let me address these super chats. I'm gonna come off air and let's get some clarification and talk in private. So Rael or anybody else, y'all wanna, you know what I'm saying?
So right here, the brother Roger said, let's talk in the private, and I agreed. You're going to hear Rael say that he don't want that to happen. I wonder why. You guys can't see in the chat, but in the chat room, the sister Toya said she agreed. But when I get up there, it's being addressed on a public platform. I didn't want to address it on a public platform. But yeah, you typing in the chat about me, I'm going to address you. I'm going to address you. Especially when you supposed to be one of my people over here. You can't do that. You can't do that with me. I'm sorry. I don't care where y'all go, but don't go to other platforms talking shit about me and then think you're going to be in my platform. I go back up. Nigga. Stay over there. Stay over there, you trifling ass nigga. Hold on, I did it again, y'all. We at the end. I wish I could fast forward it, but I don't want nobody saying that I'm skipping. So I'm trying to do this shit the right way. But really, this is the last step where I'm just addressing her, and she's addressing me. This is it.
And if you've been mentioned, especially right, can we try to clear this up off here? That's what I'm off.
Integrity on the part of Madam in terms of honoring whatever came out of this private discussion, frankly.
Hold on. First of all, we've said this before. One of the things that we said, if we want women to defend us, then when women like Toya actually come up here and try to have a conversation and she's disrespectful like this, it should be immediate removal.
Of course, Raquel. Of course. I didn't want to say that because you're not trying to have a solution. She's even agreed to come and talk to me. You don't want a solution, you hateful, evil nigga. You don't want a solution. I've been peeped you.
I do.
You don't have to be there. I don't want you there. I don't like you either.
I do want a solution. Okay. I do want a solution. All right. I don't understand all the beefs. I really don't, y'all. Okay. But I really don't like this type of stuff happen. So I'm trying to do whatever I can. If it can be resolved, I would like to help it be resolved. Because I don't like black people doing this with each other. And
get off of this fucking black people shit like black people cannot like each other, man. She came here with that smoke a few years ago.
That's not what I'm
saying. Not your show, Raquel. Go to your show. This is not your show.
Hey, hold on. I'm not saying we gotta like each other. All I'm trying to do is get us to be respectful to each other. It's okay to disagree with people.
Dude, she been man for the last
How
2
many
years.
times, Raquel? I barely come on this panel and I do not just attack y'all.
What more do you need to see, bro?
I respond.
What more do you need?
Okay. You're not used to. You're used to having a woman lay there and be a fucking dead body.
All right, well then let me read.
You're a petulant child.
No, you're a petulant child. 44-year-old child.
Hey, let me read the super chats and then try to get you. I'm gonna read the super chat. Hold on. Let me read the super chats, and then if there's some way to this can be resolved, let's try to get it resolved. Okay, I'm gonna read the super chats and let's try to get it resolved. Cause I gotta respect the folks who sent the money, so I definitely appreciate it. Okay, but let me see what these other super chats say. Shout out to Indigo Flow. He says this has been a mini course in psych and sociology. Roger /silent /Uru /Rael tax. Hey, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. and y'all, I'm doing the best I can to be on the up and up with all this type of stuff because I am concerned about all y'all concerns. And shout out to KN Kareem. Hey, sister, how you doing? She says, wait a minute, Mag. You brought up the other women, not the men. Let's keep it real. You don't have to agree with the panel, but it seems like you have a paranoia. You are not being honest. Okay, now.
I'm Mag. My name is Mahoghany.
Well, she probably just said Mahoghany for short because of the super chat. That's probably all it was. Okay. Please, just don't try to take everything so personally, okay?
I'm upset. I'm not gonna lie. I'm upset. I really am. I can't tell you what to do, but I would personally like, because all these people don't need to be involved, I would really like for you to, if you want to, because I know that we both trust you, maybe me and Toya. These other people, I don't know these people. I don't know these people.
Okay, then if you want to talk to Toya,
why is that important? It's Roger's channel. Roger decides who should be involved or not involved.
Are they okay? So what's going on? Just in case you're not clear, what's going on is Roger said we were going to handle it behind the scenes. Of course, Rael and his. Oh Lord, I'm sorry, I got to call him a bitch. He's a bitch. Rael, and I'm talking about Rael, he decides, oh no, and then they're starting to call into question whether whether I'm going to honor it being behind the scenes. Let me just repeat this too. Anything that I've done behind the scenes has never come to the forefront. I do not dox people. And like I said, Roger was going to be there as a witness. So what you talking about? No, you niggas just want to be in the middle of it. You don't want to see peace. You just want to egg the shit on. You messy. And you're kind of feminine like. We already see that because you want to throw up them bowls, honey. You want to throw up them bowls and fight with your girl.
Well, if she wants to talk between her and Toya so they can clear up whatever it is that they need to clear up, I don't have no issue with that.
Yeah. But that's I'm just saying that's your decision. That's not her decision.
Right,
That's
it is. I'm just asking. It is. I'm not trying to throw shots. Good God.
Okay. Well, we'll let you do it. If we can get the two women on the same accord in some way, that's still a plus. It's a plus. So we'll let y'all have it out. Shout out to Joel. Thank you very much, my brother. He said, "All right, this. What's going on, brother? Always good to see you." And let's let Toya. Does she realize this is a public chat? Well, I guess she does because she's been responding.
I mean, I do realize it, but like I said, it's not all of you that I'm paying attention to because I don't know most of you. I'm paying attention to the people that I'm familiar with. That's who I'm paying attention to. I don't care about half of you.
You're wrong for that, Oliver.
Anybody wrong? I don't give a damn, and you're gonna see how much I don't give a damn in a minute.
Okay. All right. Well. I hope we still friends. I don't want no smoke. Okay, I don't want no smoke. All right. Shout out to Bad Bad Gamer. He says, "Do y'all hear a smoke detector in Mahoghany background?" I know what that's supposed to mean. I do know what that's supposed to mean.
I hope not. I hope not, because if it is, that's an indictment of his husband. She's supposedly got.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I don't think there's a. I'm gonna say I don't believe that there's a smoke detector going off. I don't believe it is. I really don't. I believe what she said.
I'm not on mute. There's no smoke detector right now.
Shout out to John the Baptist. He says, "Stop. Bring God in your conversation." Well, you know what? Hopefully
I will always bring the Most High into my conversation. You can control that.
Okay, and I'm not taking this is just who she is. I'm just saying this. Everybody can have a bad day, y'all. Everybody can have a bad day. Shout out to Brotherly Love 215. He said, "Keep your head up, Roger. Stay blessed." Hey, thank you, brother. I'm gonna do my best because y'all definitely got me backed up on what I thought I was gonna be today. That's for sure happening right now. Trying to do what I can to make sure this is still a good and productive stream because I don't like any stream to not be a good and productive stream at the end of the day. Okay, I think that's everything. So Toya and Mahoghany, why don't y'all take the floor for now and have some level of understanding with each other.
I'm gonna let Toya go first because she didn't get much of a chance. So I want her to go first and then I'll respond. I really kind of wanted it to be private, but that's fine. I'll let her go first.
Okay, well, and let me say this too, because I got two other people backstage that was not on the show earlier. Y'all, I'm not gonna let any more guests in outside of BGS if he chooses to come up, and I'm letting him come up because he has elder privilege. Or if you got Ivy League privilege or something, yeah, y'all can get back up. But outside of that, I'm not gonna let anybody else up because and it's nothing against y'all personally. I love y'all brothers. I see who y'all are in the back. I love both of y'all. It ain't personal. I'm just trying to keep stuff at a certain level. So I'm not letting the other two guys that have not been on the show, I'm not bringing y'all up today. I love you both. Okay. Would you like to?
Oh, I'm sorry. So a lot of what I was saying in the chat, Mahoghany, is in response to how you conduct yourself. Okay. You asked me for an example, and I used today as one. The reason I believe I have such favor over here on the Roger Report is because I understand that my place as a woman is not primary. I understand that I'm here to listen for the most part and learn, and that's what I came to do. Now, what I will say to you is that when I first came into the space and started to listen to a lot of the panels and just really not knowing how things worked, I got upset with some of the things I heard as well, which prompted me to try to join the panel. And I'm going to name two names that I would say rightfully dug into me at the very beginning. And those names are Judge Dre and Edward Anderson. Now, I like both of those brothers. I have no issue with either one of them. Didn't have one at that time either. But something very valuable that they did was not only did they course correct in terms of making me understand how the space works and the way that if I want to communicate with other gentlemen on the panel, this is how you do it, but they also made me feel seen, meaning that when it was my time to speak, they made me feel like they understood where I was coming from and who I am as a person. So that also made it a safe space for me. I come to every panel like Rogers, like some others, with that same level of respect because that's what was given to me after I understood the lay of the land, so to speak. When I see that you are on a panel and people are addressing either questions or comments that you've made, and instead of letting them finish or flesh them fully out, you become combative to the point where a moment ago it honestly sounded like you were foaming at the mouth. And as a lady, I don't think that serves your purpose in terms of if you are trying to get a point across, who can listen? I've learned that listening has afforded me a lot more than has speaking, even though I think I speak very well. And I'll just leave it right there.
Okay, I would like to address her.
I'm gonna say this before you respond. Let me say this to you as well.
Okay.
I do believe the reason Toya ain't saying certain stuff, because you were saying give me examples. Over here on my show, I don't mention people that don't come around. So that's a general thing for me on my show. So I believe she just didn't use other examples.
Well, she brought up, well, I guess Edward Anderson and them come around because she sure did bring Judge Dre. She brought up other people. Maybe they come around. But my thing is, if you're going to say I do something, I'm sorry, say the proof. And then I also told her to put it in the back chat. So if she put it in the back chat, what's the problem with that? What's the excuse we going to make with that, Roger? What are we going to say? Oh, child. How are we going to protect that action? And like I said, my issue is not that she came up there and said that I'm combative. My issue is that as we watch this live stream, you really see me almost 2 hours in, not saying a damn thing. Not literally just addressing the people that are addressing me. Going back and forth with the people who are saying things to me. But we gonna paint this picture that I'm just combative. No, what I am is on the defensive. At this point, yeah, at the end of the stream, I'm on the defensive. If you watch this from the beginning to the end, you will gradually see, yes, I become on the defensive. Because at this point, I'm taking about an hour of BS, and I've taken all I can take. That's what you're watching happen. We're almost done, family. Hang in there.
Examples, because she may say some stuff about some people who ain't been around over here, which I don't. I leave everybody alone that ain't been over here. If I know you good and you cool, you don't rock with me, we'll talk about you all day long. But if you haven't, I don't mention those people. So
yes, Roger,
I think that's why she didn't. Yeah. So I just want her to have that.
Could you put it in the back chat for me? Because I'd like to know the people that I've jumped on and disrespected. I'd really like to know that.
So if you heard what I said, I didn't say that you jumped on and disrespected. I said that you carried yourself in a way that was combative. You know, you didn't let people finish, and in the same ways that you did today. Nothing very different from anything I've seen you do before. So you've been consistent, and on one hand, that's a positive, but on the other hand, if it's rubbing people the wrong way, it's a negative.
Okay, can I respond, Roger? Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you what triggered me. You guys can say what you want after this live. You can think what you want. People who know me, and there have been people in here literally from Manosphere and not Manosphere that have known me for 4+ years and knows the type of person I am. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. And if they were to see this, they would know what the deal is. My point is, I'm not trying. I think people who don't know me see my personality as combative. That is my personality. I am the type of person that's going to say what I believe, and I'm not going to change it no matter who's around me. I'm not going to change it if I'm on a woman's panel, and I'm not going to change it if I'm on a man's panel. I did not mean to be disrespectful. I am just of a different mindset. I'm of a mindset that we're both adults. We're all adults. And so they're saying that I interrupted. I'm not going to lie. After I started getting irritated, because if you want to talk about go back and watch, let's go back and watch with who was interrupting who. So I'll just say that. And that's when it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to finish. So let me just get it out. But I'm of the mindset that men and women deserve respect. I don't care about the sex. Men and women deserve respect. And I'm also of the mindset that I'm not here to please strange people online. I have one person to please, and that's my family. That's it. I have one person to submit to, and that's the man under this roof. But I am a respectful person, and people who know that about me. What triggered me was you, Toya, because like I said, I don't know most of the people in this chat, but I thought that I was familiar with you. We've been on several panels together. And so I never knew any of those, that was in your mind, because I'm the type of person, I just say what's on my mind. And there was definitely no shade, because I'm not a shady person. I'm a very direct person. So I want to say that. The second thing is, I probably should have wrote this down. There was so much. The second thing is, what did you say? Like you said that you saw that I was combative. Maybe that's the way you guys see it, as being combative. I just don't see it that way. I see it as me being a grown woman having my own opinions about things. And like I said, for you, it was it touched a nerve, because I think I've divulged with a lot of people on my channel the hell I went through with certain women in this space. I went through pure hell, and trying to prove to my viewers that I care about Black men and women, and that I could be trusted to do business with men and women. And for the most part, most of the men understand that. There was a situation, trying not to get into that, but there were lies and rumors spread, and so I had to fight from women. So I had to fight to get to basically, there was a campaign to get women not to come over to my space. And so I fought very hard against that, and I started doing collabs with other women. I did a collab with you, whom I respect. I did a collab with several Hebrew Israelite women, Christian women, just different women in the space, including Sister George and I've been collabing with women. So, you know what I'm saying, trying to fight. My thing that bothers me is, and I saw it even in the chat, people are calling, saying that my husband is white and I'm divestment and all this nonsense. Maybe I shouldn't have paid it any attention, but I did. But what stuck out to me most was you, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't know these people and don't have any connection. I thought that there was at least some kind of respect from one Black woman to another type of connection. That's what I thought. And I just want to say this. It's just funny, because I literally have gone around the space just bigging you up, saying how much that I liked you and how I like how you can handle yourself on panels, how much respect I had for you or have for you, that you were a good sister, that you support both men and women. And then it's like you're saying the complete opposite about me. So yes, I find that hurtful. But I'm glad that all this came out. I'm glad that I know, and it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Far as up here, like I said, I felt like I was defending myself. I didn't feel like I just jumped up and started interrupting people off the bat. I didn't feel like I did that. Like I said, there's been a long list of people that I've worked with, and that they have never had a problem with me. People don't want to name names, but I say name names. Let's do the proof, because I can't think of one space that I've been in where I jumped up and disrespected the whole panel. I just can't. But if you're giving me a scenario and I have a difference of opinion, that's just what that is. And I'm sorry, I don't shut up because a stranger online is telling me to shut up. That's not even the host. Who does that? What strange person comes up to a woman and just starts telling her? I mean, it's like there's no respect for each other as people. I don't put sex into it. It's just a respect thing. I don't need to name them all, but there's just too many that would differ from what you're saying. Oh Lord. Roger, I know you don't want to, but he's in the chat. I've been in people's shows and I've never been a problem, but it's like you want to paint me as a problem. So not you, Roger, but if that's what you see, then I'm sorry that that's what you see. That's also one reason why I've given Roger his space, because I felt like that picture was going to be painted again. So that's why I stayed away, because I didn't want that picture to be painted. But it's just amazing. I've just felt so much love towards you, and here you are trying to tear me down in front of all these. It's insane to me.
I wanna apologize if you feel that I was trying to tear you down, because that wasn't my intention. So if I've done that, I sincerely apologize, Mahoghany. What I was trying to do was explain why it is that you and I are not aligned. That's literally it.
Girl, we're not aligned for a lot of reasons. Yeah, I'm not. Anyway,
so that hell
yeah, you do. I don't know these niggas. We not aligned. No,
that hell that you were speaking of, right? That you were saying that other women were putting you through on in the space. What would it have looked like if I tried to jump down into that hell with you, simply because you were combative?
I think you were actually over. I think you've been in that woman's chat. I think you've been over there at Bomb Cherry. Hell, I think you've been over there.
I have never been over there.
Oh, really? You've never been in a chat room?
Never.
Oh, okay.
I have
okay,
never.
Okay. Let me just say this. So, because I got a lot of new people and I got to keep on explaining things. In the past, probably about 6 months ago, another YouTuber named Bomb Cherry, I was going back and forth with, okay? That's over with. Been over with. This woman is saying she's never been in her chat. Okay, I'll take that. But word got to me otherwise, okay? I'm going to just leave it at that. I'm not, because like I said, I'm not trying to reg up that demon, okay? And I also want you guys to know, I said it back then, I'm going to say it again. I'm not trying to regulate where you guys go. For this conversation, I'm trying to give context. When I was talking about the beef, I had a beef with her. That's what I'm talking about. And it was brought to my attention that it might not have been her, it might have been her avatar, but it was seen over there. So to give context, that's what I'm talking about. You guys are free to go wherever you want to go. Okay. Ciao, bye. The YouTube streets have eyes, honey. The gaslighter,
please. I have never. I have made a very deliberate choice not to be honest with you, Mahoghany, because of that hell that you speak of. So my point was, if I succumb to the same kind of energy that I've received, then that would be me jumping down into that hell. And I don't live there. I don't operate from that frequency. So that's why I'm able to sit here and talk to you calmly, even though you just hurled some threats at me. I don't take that personally.
What were the threats? Because you're lying again. How did I threaten you, sister? Tell me how I threatened you.
So not once during this entire exchange have I called you a name. Have I said that you were a liar? That is probably the third or fourth time that you have said that about me.
Because you said untruths.
Do you want me to answer your question?
So, she says that I threatened her. I'll be looking through the chat. I'm gonna let it play, but y'all tell me where I threatened her. I did not curse her, and let me tell y'all something. It took a lot of strength. It took a lot of strength not to. And some of y'all that have been watching me a long time probably know if that was anybody else, I would have. And the only reason I didn't is because, like I said, I considered her a sister, meaning a sister in the faith, meaning a believing type of woman. And so I was trying my best to respect her, even after she jumped up there and talked about my behavior and ignored the behavior of everybody else. And once again, she's talking as if she's behaving so much better because she's talking calmly and rationally, yet she's up here telling a bold-faced lie. Tell me where I attacked her. Tell me where I attacked her. I did call her a liar. That's not a name. Well, to me, that's a description of what you're doing. To me, that's a verb. But I mean, she's the grammar major. But yeah, I'm just saying what you're doing. You're lying. That's what I'm saying. Because if you can't produce proof, and I tell you put it in the back chat and you still can't do it, what's the problem? So y'all type in the chat where I threatened her, because I want to hear this.
Or would you like to argue?
I'm just telling you, you are lying. If you
But
speak
you've
it
asked me
untruth,
a
then you're
question, and I'm
lying.
attempting to answer your question. And instead of you letting me answer your question, you're cutting me off and calling me more names. So this is really what I'm talking about. I don't even think I need to finish my answer. I'm going to go ahead and go because I haven't had lunch today. I want to thank everybody for letting me say my piece. And I wish you the best, Mahoghany. Peace be
Girl,
with
bye.
whatever
We
You're
you
love you,
stand.
Toya. We love you.
Love you
Don't
too.
stoop to her level,
so
Toya.
big.
Not
You
at
are
all.
so big, and I will no longer defend when these people are talking crap. I will no longer defend. You showed yourself today, sweetie. You really did. To these motherfuckers that the ass kissing up here that you're doing, honey, you showed yourself.
Okay. Thank you, Toya, for coming up. I know I missed some of it because
All right, you guys. So that's the whole thing. I'm going to go over a few things. I'm going to make this as short as I can. First of all, I want to thank you all for coming through. Like I said, initially I was going to clip this, and just really make it about the points of where I spoke. Decided to do something a little different tonight because on somebody else's channel, a man named Jlock proceeded to lie and say how I did this and I did that. And I said, you know what? Let me show people what I did. Let me show people what really happened. How this thing really went down. I don't even know what to say. And first of all, let me just say this. I threw out names because I was trying to prove a point. Just all the people that I shouted her out to, all the people that I've worked with and had no problems with. So that's why I called their names. That's why I called their names. And to bring context to the issues that I had with women in the past, I had to say her name. I had to say the lady's name. The lady who I had an issue with 6 months ago, name is Bomb Cherry. None of this is secret. All of this is out here in the open. Hell, it might still be on her channel. It's on my channel if you guys actually take the time to look through. I don't need to lie to y'all for what? It was told to me you was over there in the chat. That's what was told to me. You say it's not true, okay? So let's deal with you and what you saying today. You saying you seen it, I'm saying put it in the back chat. What's the excuse for that? Then you start talking about I'm threatening you. Y'all not gonna lie on me. And you can talk in a soft voice all you want. Like I said, I don't know what's wrong with these niggas. These niggas is, some of y'all is, not everybody. When I say niggas, if you not a nigga, I'm not talking to you. But I'm talking about these liars. Some of y'all act slow, man. You act like you can't comprehend shit. Like Jlock. So yeah, that's why I was calling out names. I need to make that clear. I'm playing this video not to paint myself as a victim because I am nobody's victim. Trust and believe. Mahoghany Roots is nobody's victim, but you guys are not going to play with me. You're not going to be going from panel to panel to panel to panel talking about what I did and not telling the whole truth. If you just coming in, you really got to watch it from the beginning. For almost 2 hours, your girl was quiet. Your girl didn't interrupt nobody. Your girl let people speak. Within 60 seconds of me speaking, I had been interrupted 2 times. Within 60 seconds. You don't believe me? Watch the show. And I started it from the moment I hopped on the panel. So at this point, if you guys want to go with that narrative, you're just flat out lying. And the people who know. Like I said, because I have respect for channel holder, I'm not going to leave this one up too long. I'm not. And I don't want I'm going to be honest, I don't want nobody grabbing this. Please don't grab this. That's not what this is. This is just clearing my name. Because I don't want nobody being crazy and trying to do anything to his channel. As content creators, we all work hard for our channels. And my issue ain't even with him. It was with, I'm addressing the people on the panel. I'm addressing the person that hopped up to testify without any evidence and just downright lied. I'm addressing that person. And I'm going to leave it here. But I'm going to say this. I'm hoping, I'm going to reach out to the brother right after this live. I'm hoping me and Roger are still good. But like I said, I don't plan on, I'm going where I want to go. Let me just say that. I'm going to go where I want to go. But if you want to continue to be slick with it and downright dirty with it in the chat room, and you think I'm not going to address you, then you be ready for what I do. You be ready for what I do. Otherwise, I suggest when you see me and I come through and I'm joining to be a part of a conversation, I suggest you do what you do in there. And leave Mahoghany Roots alone, because I will be leaving you alone. You damn right we unaligned. I'm not a liar. And I'm a type of woman that submits to one man. And he's not online. He's under this roof. It's clear we don't align. Now, if Roger had told me that he's running the type of panel where women just come over there and listen, then I wouldn't have hit the panel. But I was welcomed onto the panel. So I thought when you join a panel, you can speak. What's the point of being on a panel if you're not allowed to speak? You're making no sense. I don't ever sit in his chat room and listen, because I'm not there to listen. I'm there to give my opinion about what's being talked about. I appreciate you all coming through. Yeah. I had to do this for the liars. Shout out to the liars. Peace.